Mali Emaino Wamusu Bomu game Comoros nom and Chasa Central Africa Republic Comu game Ninano Yaro Mono update Tababa Nyamia Adma Day 2 and so Basso Ewa Brino Aya Dajwara Sena Black Star Semerum Ewa Brine Mali and so game about so World Cup and the Crambia so Black Stars and some qualify saying and also Montana Mono and running Nano over to me Edward Adventure area far YouTube and also area by YouTube no Wontumi TV live our YouTube and a BM and so Facebook and some Wontumi TV live and na just a commentary I hold one yate more number so much as I'm saying coach is still na baby a team so and a team boys na ba bedru nyame adom amama bedru anano ba 222 omo ba prepare na nyame adom game no against Mali a big game was say no eba so di kan kwawe ekoshe Mali return leg game no and so match nyame adom Monday no and so eba support say bibia friend here
open bibia finance
nyame adom bibia okay wa dey nyame asepa no ana chese nyoma ha dwen anu ase wo mo sese nyoma pa mo dwen nyoma tugui ti awoso mo ye nyoma ye Monday wo so mo make amends and there can be so yintimi settle for less sa why
me slip back
okay last time match quite inter
I am in free
no man mo kan Ghana be shetre me ka mo say boys we na fe no man start season no sa pitch na coach no say enya no
obekuno there now coach
is Spurs Kulusevski and so Kovaba obepebiabo na me ase na nkomo pe mo se pe Savinho
ti Argentina e woku bi se ko fa Savinho abanti ukona kokopira
so mo no do say ni dia na pitch ne nsa anye kwa no wasem kura so ya wu nua de bone bo bia yi nani
bia twina ni sale se wa twina ni sa de be
so de na kwasho no asem besi sale kwan dem na ma ikwa Celestine body nso eto ade mu chese aha dwen pa ni nyina ye beba so na yere update no mo enso edi abanti ye be fie so ade ye be fan
ye be fie ye be di Black Stars nkomo kakra ye di Black Stars nkomo no so on say na me ayadoma ye league no ebe start on the 12 na league na start no teams no gusu a omo sign enra me catch us say club and dide Gold Stars at the striker tenten o manya de na ba wa bedru bibia ni our start our need the teammate and so I started pre-season I'm bians it all come you be ra near Rasante Kotoko Raso folk democracy cap baso but be brain you be run there na you do come Ghana funds so anya brepa because almost taxpayers money no and then what you man Otu
okay Mate yada say yes ye ma be crown no namom mame fanto what say about 10 o'clock and pay a draw no the kind ebe be na jackpot na Friday nti shadow sma me say ABC game na ye say I was live as simple as ABC no wo phone and phone network also and phone and mobile phone our use it here and say we ball star 262 hash star 262 hash na wo so what follow a prompt na what me atwabi we no 8 years and above money I come for a game and so I am manning na say wo select a letters na me answer ABCD na there be a kind adequacy no wo select letters na me answer ba kokroba ma wo sika sama ya brother wo sika no e ba me answer me no so ba mu a eno so 8 times and ya depo ho ana me answer so ba ma sika wo di try no wo mo ba 200 times and so I am manam e ba so in that order of arrangement and so what do sikare bon 2000 times and a German tweno a simple as ABC weno ABC game no per 10 yan first draw and so about so and just a jackpot no and so juma just no ABC game and come and nano peno ye di afeme can for Jackson Bam Mesha and so adiama na makatro se no and some our just so and na so ya bemana we be naturally unya mampa what wadro no enso aye Jackson natural capsules ano ana bebo wa bra bema wo yo hodro na chaso ba no enso esiesie ho amanioma nso ache na fe amanioma nso aye fine oba satin kani wo krana ya na ha twempanti momori ensa wo benya tenka wo fo ache setro no aye Jackson natural capsules ade na fe sebe ma be pie no ato drama fie no ma wo ba nso timinum bi afei e mama poso ma boso ya na mutene nyina no eno nso across koko enso ana bene pedwane mo wani so ayo bisiri unhu ade ye na ma jaw yade e wo sisie no ma wadro no enso aye Jackson cold capsules eno enso ana be diaboama constipation nyina no yamutim enso abeko na mom se wo bese bia malaria fever ana se typhoid utu ase na honamre aye chaka se general aye bodily pains eno so kwa wadro no aye Jackson herbal mesha unim kwa de malaria do tatashe eno so eni obete ese kinkim eno ye dro anyana enso awadwa so ya bomori enso be pebi enso ato number no aye 0244723541 na chasa Jackson no so wapebi anom na afabua amanioma nso aye fine enso ade amana enso aye Friday odifo Samuel prayer and counseling center watana say enso awo manhia aye mpopua no ho ana odifo nso abon sese na wo se yenka twa sabra na nyina no aye mpaibo ene chasa ne yenka se akwanche na afei ebon se ne yenka se nyoma edi gwakwamo enso ade ama direction nyina no odifo Samuel enso adebama se bia brabono aye bisi basane oma nkoye emse da bia no wachi ana wo kwa wontimi nko ne wafo nyina no enso esan ho aye kabi ene mene wo anase mpo utia no pay na bia wo jane business aye slow ama chesem sa kontom nsem no wontimi nko mo kokwa so gofo ne oma na emse ne oma basane nyina no di for Samuel ese yenka twasane no eni ehia direction ubenyana afi wore mpabo atachwa manioma enso aye phrase say Bible class enye ne honam ni mo janko a ana chese edientina wo be say one papa som akasa number no 0246667117 na odi for Samuel and some anjos books ni nie best brain publication one no one books ni rated 5-star and as A1 and say obe so book ema buffet and obe start school your numeracy and literacy adama KG1 and 2 for no women our world our people afei your creative art adama KG1 and 2 our phonics I know 2 3 4 letter words ni nyina no ebi some eshem ana bano our son and son and some ayefepa and then your friend say my early writing for KG1 and 2 for na brama kwadano and some and son way fefe sabana santichi afei aye dagbani infante and I just a French akase ni nyina no ya the who books and some aba aye best brain publication limited on akwadano san kakran kakro room and some our junior high school and so obenya career technology social studies afei religious and moral education or yakani nyina jabom aye basics 7 to 9 combined ana your creative art and our ho ana santichi no and some be our best brain omoya juma our prankono abed la posada hotel and chuan ma pen a best brain team no womo some our anano pay aye 0507200200 best brain and some abejo so na Jenjemit dental clinic ono wo ko ama chese dentally doctors now we are qualified and some ashway ono mu nyusi aye pickers and chese pinch bar and from two any possible one ma kwa no ma fa chese adia no fiafie afa hama nyina na chese ebe tu se da bi misra hono wo mu dia ba fufidie ena ye adjumentu kwa problem ya u facing chese no wonum se bia wonum ana chese yinka your mouth spray chese no umia baku egu ma 6 hours wonum and some other cause Irishman watch womo so won permanently and ama wa brene wonum some abesham kama se bia kakana about totom and mona bo tokro awose ase ama chese ama wa panta enhono ebiam no who did not say cross outside on yaw and some ana wote no obe say fita kama teeth whitening and some po be so nya ne ya fan sam aye when what is silver and as a gold and a shower so running in ano a gentleman dental clinic and abakwana a dentist why your man so fine and some amount more touch human magazine I can tell cronos on afibium and crying so either say what call atomic down and also nungwa main lobby station and a chroma I have a projection kana fast call I bank to my high street in the mono will send us a building a bank and some our from a slow and a gentleman our oil to my number is 0559 139582 gentlemen and so so
high sense a foresee and conference Ghana for nas mobile che na omugo so Ghana for ayet one pay jatana sa onim sa sebia o fie na open television set open fridges open chest freezers and open air condition with an air gas cooker and open air smartphone and open sound system akoma kache wo me boy sense omunko and the appliances papa and I'm transferring media bo bias 8 my fie among to channels at Wakama. Now, Unim Science status Amotonia Tonyama, and some Atimidiama Ghana Fenano, woman will be answering to me some denies and for say, so Debia from war, 1 more 5 years and defect warranty. Maybe be answered at Wakama Umpewe, now Opa Dianama Bobo Sina, with the Anasoba showrooms are Ghana Babia, not on Sweat to be, not be answered at me Kama Kumasia, your Kumasi City Mall, and what you Kumasia Doom, a Doom post office, your Samson and a Kumasa for your branch in a bay, and I'm transferred to an impediment for Bakasa. I was 0302 450000 no more, and some Etmakasa emulate herbal supplement. Reno a Kantanka herbal pharmaceutical. Woman and alcohol for and sweat media bar. FDA for the most stamp and sweat messages. Now, where a draw the Janus Ebia. Immune system, I am re. Yadibia for a natural Ariako Ness and Siadwa. Messawa, the word done in your Unubia. And I'm transferred to my call. I'm a Bians at Wakama. And I'm transferred to me Jamal. One so Jan Alcohol on Amia and Tetewa. And all the barbers are one of Ayoya and Yadia. What do I some etmia emulate herbal supplement and Abanom. Not Bians at Wakama. And us atimidama afei ababwana mpo arresto nese enyema ayemere ewo bodinima anenam so ama said ya yade bia ya na to consider in abaresto amaku emwa wani nyama bias eto kam adjama adue oyo oba na se wafrafra wonombe woma ankwada nufo nso onombe ene body fi sadumie no onka ho mesada ka nese no so ama mesa ba bia to adro bia kwa wonsan so ebetima kabi wona mpanimfo be kasa wa matufo so 0535 112813 next no more and some etmakasa Semens Vital herbal mixer and capsules no and I'm sweating el jaso netie sebia sisi ade pa na tetewo wan kasa nim dada bonsa bema okoto ya no aka ho ante statisa or brass yati kanti ne to asintira twetwe twenani ade nti de tanesa okoto ya no aka ho enso da bia kwaso kasa kotosore untwa ntimi kotosore da bia osimpam usi akonyam na bompa mesawada wadronom sweating Semens Vital herbal mixer and capsules no na banom na bibia so eto kama enso atimi diama and what you say bia I just why am enso etimo pem obi wonoma the tanesa premature ejaculation and atono what the boss for 2 minutes 3 minutes sia na ba besin kwa mesrawada wadro eni enumbi na eno so entimi kwa enfama emanu so a the tanesa moko fitira na enyama nkwa batimi ajes anti mamie eni ade adanya no wina bi no bia so eto kama and enso atimi diama no drobi na emu anentu say adanyas enso entim fama ba bia tonje organ bia kwa ubenya Semens Vital herbal mixer and capsules lebe enso etimato 0240 616061 nana panifo enso etimakasa 3p garlic mixture me pachowe eba ya chapa na sadons aya dupa se ya meno kasai se bia aya desamen straw paste ana tete ho da bia da ubensa onsa ya tititi ana siatime ana sensunya police wadon aya 3p garlic mixture ana detens onom na bibia so eto kama ana enso atidama afei sugar level na ewo show obi so no man pressure na ewo show unya dowe bi no ababwa na bibians eto kama ejama afei obuoma ojonson so otia ewomo so kwagina obema atwene kwakudon so na so kwa Johnson be first ebeba na ayasam wadu TP garlic mixture kopabinom na bibians etunya kama enfama misraw emrante ne maba wani nyan modro ni anu ntiba bi eton de organ ha ba bia de okwa wonsan so ebetra kabi ama bibians eto kama kumasia okokai knock anaseba onsabe kabi enu ati dani heba sanso ana Chris K heba okwa wonsan eto kama ayafrefremwa 0 0248928824 now so them penny charcoal toothpaste and the upper source no a fita a na anwoden enso etin be ma mesewada we na say drug etwia bibia be come enso etimi da be ma so no and enso etwa size strong am bia so etwa come you on a big size and a small one enso etwa ma obia so etimi tebe and what the tennis and Kojak Proko na enso etimo jaso mesewada award to the tennis ebia uti enso edwa kakaka na kata na tetu award ni we na be no enso etu ase kama and I'm sweat with the mama biaso at me aqua come and sweat me the mall non part I don't kai no son and sweat with the mama se Kojak Francois and a nurse of my force and sweat me the bar what about who no bias at your come oh was no pampa bia bia and papa bonibia and I'm sweating a few on my bias at your come me part of Kojak farmer our nurse or kashi drug lane I won't cry central market and some etmo kumase I have for 0244 559597 nurse on him penny from and so etmakasa natural company limited I say what the post lab no and so etmi da badwa so na post lab no de we obi nempo we oba de atone se anyema bi ni nanam wa himfie ho aye fitab ama pampa bi edi akira we na se post lab capsules libya eno bebo na atu ase and so etmi da ma afe ojonso a wote ya ewo mo wo bi so no ojonso na mu ache ba ko na wa na ba ko na hamila mesewada what do post lab capsules and na bebo na no etmi tu ase kama and so etmi da ma na 2 man capsules ne dia eye memman kwanso adru e mantana premature ejaculation enso etima habo afa musisi ertetema nanam so ama muntimi emmojuma afa weak erection and ertetewa 2 man capsules ne ebetu ase enam enso etimi dia ma sanso na Congo ointment no enam enso etimi dwaso eye proper and ertetewo enu ati se bia koko me pot ana hawa wadro ne unya benoma enam enso betu ase enso etimi dia ma obi wonma ne dia ne intida and injuries me pot unya Congo ointment ebetu ase deku and so etimi dama ba bia tonto bia kwa when source electrical natural company limited omunu pa me nsabe na bibia eto kama 0249017101 not taseme kan franche ewiase nyina se we have the say na tie ayo kranko anopos afei ana sase babra what the time enso betima to so amani nyina ase tu deku and so etimi dama ayo stroke anodua ya de ayo waist pain and prostate enlargement and person your bar and person bema untime nwa udu at the time ever so numpo doctor enso etima show na bibians eto kama enso etimi dama me so tutumire kanako na sese amenokas enkofo ewa na se bua go school dance wa wo bukọ jo mayar santu suko na wo kwajo de me poto se bia o ba na wo yira number ubefrenie 0244774282 now name dimafo enso etmakas Alaska Star Enterprise in say any problem bia enso etmo ya honamo anapo say ye fie mo the tennis ebia o pesa we siesie wo dem eluku nice and gentle me so Alaska Star Enterprise sense wako for wallpaper still enso etmi dia ba e ba no blind curtains odibia ba 3D wallpapers no wako for e dia ba na 5D natural design singer wako ono so wako jibe e wa Alaska cat enkane and any graphic and so them says Alaska atam me saw that tumrika na kokuma say yani boss from energy shanu ma yabojima 0554114878 and cry your circle titole honma your super done inside also kwa the chance of benya nyama bi enso tomato 0244105135 na so no mo enso tomakasa Lawson Beverages Company Limited Dr. Lawson no wona na kokofo nipa enso atimi dia badwa so na mpacho no so ama me se ebia wodia no ya de bi etete watenka sam atiko watenka sam ewo fom obabi wonu ma oni ne kwakwehye do se du fotie bra uya no akata so sama no omunya atade da we obi na to sa me se wada ko Dr. Loss ho no no nso ti ma losing delay man botas lebe na bibia so entime kwa kama ana nso ti fama afa de tense premature ejaculation and etete bema afa low sperm counter well done losing delay man botas onubia ababu ma bia so kama enso atimi jama na kanesa no so ama me say delay man casos no anam enso atimi odwasa onubie na bibia eto kama enso atimi jama se koko ana etete ho me say what the burning sensation and our cholesterol and our badness of body nim atas anonam so amanyama se da enko informa unya sa drobia anam enso beti abo ma bia eto kama ajama delay man ya make one se me ba bia eto drobia okwa we sanso ebeti aka bi na bibia so atimi akokama me pacho keo udi onma onsebe ka bigo bolo aso honma nes oton joni bia ma okwa bua kwa yo 06 onma aye boy one po Japan so wo ka onsels 8 ka drobe 0248619999 nes onmo aso atimi akasa anida so herbal clinic elder Dr. Oyusuno no na yenim dada entinei dia chance bia pressure wani no so glaucoma ana so eteto wo ade ben na wo Africa so afrifa wo na so crocodile ni nyina na se wani so aye bisi mesewa dako na doctor enso enfa mi bra ani abai ensa ya de no du na katia wo to no boase bompa esre rade e ma bisa rade adura onfan kan na bibia so etu ko kama tu dia na se obako na sani da so ba clinic da doctor Oyusu akate one also better bro and what say diabetes, stroke, hypertension, prostate enlargement, typhoid, and post ABI infections out the one and no da Oyusu doctor one also better saw ya dear not be the answer etmo come and sweat to them kumasia your code also estate park no so I brought you man to channel so to come I have friend my two face so 0459 901234 next one more asum etma kasa solak natural clinic Dr. Solomon no was ono anakokopa prostate and capsules no edia bedwa so na said onoma the test about prostate enlargement and prosebia prostate infections ma bema bia no and so tu ase deku and so timi jama no prostate no am say solak I am mester no and so timi Joshua the test may sexually transmitted infections eto come I have for Dr. Solomon my two four so 245616028 yes or no more also etmakasa current state company limited and then Zahara I am mixed and Zahara G capsules no and I'm sweating me at the abejaso non part kind so I'm Zahara I'm not a man capsules no and the memon qua and the test almost sweat my so I'm on to turn on sweat to come the tennis area or your bema why am I some etu pema and upon you know nasa numerion after sweating the year maybe beyond etu come and watch it I had there some unya Zahara nasa mixed and benoma the tennis about wow no part immune system no a 2 cents sweat with jama I sapa and take wa domino wouldn't be annos about wow I'm think a son sweat to brani I'm a beyond sweat to sweat to jama baby a ton to biano walk on sabakam nemum hindi about mix and sweat to just a malaria fever typhoid diabetes and a hawa would have been my about wow 0246348334 next one penny for answer to akasa atemfo ba se for no pam ya de na e for be down no no team well e san se sebia o footballer wo kokobo ama sebe wabakon wabatwa elbow ana no so etu kokopra joint no sebia wanya dislocation of arm kwa na o de ba ababo obatwa ne kama anam enso team dama umpewe na the chance opade mesewa da ka nese no so ama mis ebia onso de no e udompe na namposam ukotoje ho no ana ukas no ayi free so a okọ odebesa so kama ama bia atima akọ kama so atimi dama rheumatism da sasabro otu ase ana so atimi dama syphilis malaria hepatitis B gonorrhea me pot a liver problem ana achemfa ba se fa down ba heba hospital na amosom etimu ana bia etiku kama ya de bia etitu bia no wudu ba heba hospital ya ba bia say o se je otu a your man any mama ward e be je enso atimi dia to no mpo wan kasa de masses enso atimi ahwehwehwe wudian ahu ba bia ya de no na ya saw ya de ma bia eto kama kuma se atonsu agogo your nurse hospital chopa ye bojuma enwati encras printers road nurse 18 junction ma and why your bojuma 0244988004 nurse on penifo enso etima kasa tabia ba company industries enso na mpota tabia takum no makacho say weekend okwa no pedi essence weekdays from Monday to Friday when say what na say ya juma I was out takum na kokodu mensem na bibians etuka karanti e mema ne mani na tafre say na ba beboa no promoting kasa no so atuma gina so akua wadro ni ekwa na kokogibi wodi otimama ni mu a dabia waten kasa na tekwa yeka wunfi ya no meslo tabia takum gibi tafre na gibi makwa kum tafre na bibians etumi kokama efama afa tabia ba capsules no eyesisi ade pa ana teto constipation yam tim ana no so etwa wunya binuma ebetu ase deku ana so etwi dama tabia zanike no ababo na immune system ana so to boosti ama bias etwa ko na mpo the tense wa duma dia udin dada bia no bias etwa kama anso etwi dama kono ko pen no bi anso etwi no mesansa wo ko ba bia ton na sa ko ba shops ana pharmaceutical shops outdoor when shops etuma kabi aputu eja kumase Lake Road one ma anya wa ye bojuma 0243686861 na ne mpanifo enso etuma kasana bia so etuma okome ye wie e power specialist herbal hospital zemame Dr. Akosia Ediaya na kache ana dia tasi adu na onim se mami agya word bebre ama ntoto no enso to kama bon hepatitis B ya dia ho ekroma dia ya mami Akosia dia ya we expert enso etibo mo na mpoto se bia ban fatty liver prostate enlargement and altete ho ulcer fibroid and how affect kidney stones and altete wa uko nurse na dance support specialist hospital ya mami Dr. Akosia dia ya abato no boase no so etima sa ya dia ama bians eto kama adama dia ya heba mala mesne ewo dwaso eno dia tense ban malaria fever etu ase deku anam nso atimi adama sanso ana cough care ba mesa no wo bowa etu ase nso atimi dama dia ya ba tonic ultimi ni dia unya binuma ubedidi adi obi ade ama bians eto kama noi ba bia to dro bia okwa we sanso ebetima kabikuma se ye feya se bosom twekwa no so dia ya jansi wonma ene wa ye bodjuma 0244544422 na ne mpanifo enso atimi akasa
wo mate meda say yema yen question of the day no so amuzu PL Balmeshan so adaroma na day question of the day enso ebana infection adrono enwane amuzu P ade no say wo yo ba wo ye bema na what be enema nwie peyo emma wase wo tinka senka firi ho enso eba ebiem ene se bema sansan gu ayo bema ho ebiem enso ene se yan enso witabita fro bema enso ba wo drono amuzu P Helbal Mr. Eno ana woso ya sanama ye day yen question of the day and so Emma na ye be sound say rate the performance of Ghana Black Stars against Chad out of 10. Saying our rating no and so ebesia ya ureti amonaba enwa players in so boy ewa way. I just say Chad saying and ebesia reti Black Stars and so modern ball on a scale of 10 1 to 10 saying and on say rating no Ghana versus say
Nana or say to teach Messi Ankra 4.5 and Odiaba affair a branch Steven Mensa as I'll give them a negative 0.09 chia this team and on also diaba Pedro Madina Cruz say negative 7 out of 10 and on also diaba fay Sunta Emos say negative 3 out of 10 and on diaba Mawuse Tete Thomas also say 2 out of 10 and on also diaba fay Ogidi Brown Jr. say I will give Otto Aldo 1 out of 10 and the players 5 out of 10 and on also diaba Omar and some 0 and a negative 0.5% and on some etimidiaba affectavia Samson say I'll give Otto Aldo 0 out of 10 no players no 1 son on some ediaba Ken Alaska say 1-1 draw I'll give them 10 over 10 and on some etimidiaba ono say atidiaba na mawuse Rafa Boni answer say 8 out of 10 ano diaba Blaskade answer say 1 out of 10 ano diaba mawuse Brontani di adi Haruna say 0 out of 10 ano no sum atim diaba afei Brontani di answer the Ernest Opoku Jesse say 3 out of 10 ano no sum atim diaba antifancy messages in the edoso pa
wo me da say na Twenebo a Ebenezer say 1 over 10 afei we so Samuel Opoku say mo negative 1.5 over 10 and another about for so say already more 1 over 10 and Gideon answer and so man 0.1 Eric Nyame chairman 3 over 10 no as and the laughing emojis and so and after we so I say 5 over 10 where Yanks and Grace and so MSC or the buy and no Nana J Junior say 2 over 10 and after sorry Nicholas I say 1.2 over 10 and Gideon Mensa and some 1 over 10 and no and so update yet the Emma for an pay Lionel Wontumi sports but for quick one I am not drawn for ABC game no I am saying draw na yenko Emra Sisia one more NFA and one more and then be and so afanti letters was a bano now real quick ya boss na won't say no be star 262 hash now follow prompt JUC letters find JUC eno enso latest far ene enso anope e wo show no so quick one mame mfa betro course na emma BWF 3FF DD0 DD0 and confirm mama I 44 hours. Wow. Shall I keep project to screen so and a BWF 41C 4B7 21 hours. Sure. BWF 400 E62 and here 12 hours and a BWF 400 7E1 yes inti and one no yeah shower ka de beba inti mo amonti mi amfa no mo benya no screen so na wabo and so area shame I will bet you yeah come on aba live on Facebook live on YouTube Facebook no Wontumi TV live in caps na say wabo LIV area so na when you real quick na fe won so wa join you ntuma aye din ne and so anopepana so yeah come on aba this Wontumi Sports Buffet yam come latest
Angwa juma no you Yami wohoda Se uji didia Obeya juma Esanchre no you Yami wohoda Se uji didia Obeya juma Ye bompaye Shamaki Shra Yehuwa Ilahenu Yehuwa Ekat We ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika Luvika, Uvika Naveshika, Uvika Miyodika, Tode Yasak. In English, in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Na guess it is okay how guess no me say guess no me say how many boys this year me say guess it is say Wontumi Sports no I number 1 cheva angwa juma no you Yami wohoda
for live on the show Wonim international break no and here so na man front one say am no ka say no you say England almost national team coach ya for South Thomas Tuchel press conference no and so much as say nyame ya duma England na no omo too much support and so I qualify say mo I just omo qualify matches I was say no and some others I was window we no England bo area to me and some I fans and Joe and Sana we some other Serbia for game no and some antimi aba so na say kaba I just a new so adiama onum say manager na church message say no report coming on some Man City woman some boy na fans John Stones and so England woman some company mete so manya ten drop and Serbia woman some ten drop no mete so boy na o probi and some ashan on odi free club and some about national team teneno German say kan nyina say when you drop and some body free England no team no and no some actually say woman game nyame anbotena woman some Andorra ababa ansana woman san Serbia and some game abaso nyina no anya yes a branch of fans John Stones sa game no one some about me want to play no about return to near your fans club side now for woman Man City doctors no and some monitor said one some situation embassy kwa ya the update and the canning no and some my for and some pay our show some manager no at was say one game against Andorra say you want to just Hurricane ever started sa game so the last time I come some national assignment no one more game could be just a Ken started game no and somebody for bench and a buyer now manager for the Tuchel and somebody to just say one game or to Abasono I get there branch of Hurricane Edward and some other started yes so much and some adama the three lions of England our brano and some update abanti young go back na fe yentie Thomas Tuchel wa bro and pay a room our studio sesi am no kase krano wonya address ayamanfo so wie wodun komo our brano and some World Cup qualifying matches I was saying some abasana walk from recent year wamama abeta won say John Stones no won some say woman person be taking risk and intino nenu kwasam amuma kwatano and some abasa game yentie coach ya fan Thomas Tuchel.
Ahead of the game tomorrow, is everyone available?
Unfortunately, John Stones just left. He came with minor issues, muscular issues, to camp and didn't progress as we thought and hoped he would. So he left camp this morning because we will not take the risk, not against Andorra and also unfortunately not against Serbia.
And fitness-wise, ahead of the game tomorrow, is everyone available?
Unfortunately, John.
No, I can't free now. So I banana peno, and some I was shown so I want banana per day. I update any day, and some other my for life. Our Prachumadiano, yet I am sending now. So I did my share. I owe DM says, yeah, Mamma, real quick now. When I'm Paraguay, I'm a France, no. Now, answer no pass. We now time monitor. Then Jumadi, I have first no, and some I sports by time about two can say. And one much as our boss, our corner boy, no, and some I South America, Yabenya Colombia, Oma qualify, and what you Paraguay national team no, one some qualify and I for Benya Omea, just a economy at Domino, and one manager, some of your Maho Domian, sir, one some again qualification and some other corner, and you're on the streets of Paraguay, and I just among for German and I just almost chant answer, when T and I am my fans and any Adenia Brenner. Yakasabia Black Stars and your chance and says well one on and some and instead of Matthias Monteswana Jono one some Johnson Rupert the last time about Paraguay World Cup and I 2010 and the last time a Paraguay team one some World Cup in Tina one more 16 years and one some interesting World Cup since 2014 Wamama 2018 woman call and 2022 when some woman come in say ultimately qualify mine our matches no kwaya mon ya na chas o mine am kwada no o ya juma pano and am chas an kwada ni na tiasi aye montenso a wo some enjoy na coach our lead aye Paraguay and some body o mine qualify no ye for Gustavo Afaro no real for Gustavo Afaro and was say you want to gas na ni age essence we I Jeba Kwana WBS Humbie essence of mining nano woman Nabatini Amana Jono Awa essence way abaya all night long I just mino will be able enjoy our friends or be able enjoy Temamufu and some other Philly and what I play some Popono and some other national team Omunano and some other enjoy our brano and your matches across our street anymore yet they update and the Akanino and some other Monano play and some other shows are free. Mammy Brenta Farsa, Hermes Rodriguez, Onum, Ayobia, Wabian Sabon, Wapan, Deuce, Ayama, Aya Colombia. Na and Yasalam, Yamin and India, and warrior said, Abubia, Takan, and ball passer, and your ball, Aquadawi, Mekai, Yakon 2014 World Cup, Juma, and some money come to see. Aquadasuma, Real Madrid, one some Madiam Kako sign a boy, I'm saying, Yashida, who Rodriguez said, Nanka, we are some other Huno. When you say my brother club side crown, none aquacobi be all home, and about two cassa Rodriguez, Abasan Composo, Emma Hono Cram on your bonny be more, Emma Basso, Mana Quadano, Yanano Cramanon Corn was son, and was here, and I just inquire any identity, and yet Yanano Cramanon Colinano, no mind, and non trunkene, because Abasenko, Olympiacos, Yasuna Yamasa, a Druba Bucanatas, one as any team, Abasenko, Sao Paulo, Wabara Vayatano, also to conquer HSM coach down time and the aquadine at Chere Castle, woman the aquadanum up to Tankurum, Amachasanamiano, and was signing and some Arma Club Leona, and on some other Fansan. bueno and some Mexican team one more Samuel some Betty fine and some Ayama Chesa Quranuna Jameson Canning Rodriguez our national team are a different Chesa in court animal Chesa Bonnie or Bopa Emra one quality cabo first goal and some other Chesa moment I Luis Diaz across one some other crown Alcosa I Hermes Rodriguez on him say where Lamiyama Quaye Aquacho buying Amobia Council Pina Lamiyama on one of the say LeBron James on one of the say and you say and maybe come João Pedro our ball and some other Chelsea Ayoko Palmer and some episode in channel and some Ashoko Palmer Ebium wait and some other moment Emra a bunch of Luis Diaz at a crown and share player your friend Hermes Rodriguez our bunny one some other so much Prakopa Chesa Bano Ball and said your cast will be awesome a Colombia Maina Nessa Rodriguez Wontumi Modi and some defense in Chaquadano was some Pantina William de in China and share a right Farisa Rodriguez our banana peno yet one also Jackanino and some at Abana Rodriguez as well make and they media to himself a player your Farisa Luis Diaz or no and I said Diaz and so say because on was running now there some other ball and some Yamanamai now and you said I will bonus I can no so do a mine qualify and some other World Cup and then a bomb Manchester and a solo one of some other Colombia and some other World Cup no was over some titles what they say we are great moment I just someone at one of some I experience a great moment when and some other Colombia one local room and you know course watch Nitia and some Abania day and I want some Korani Nano, one some job and was say, and you know Koye at the Mano, I do be a bomb pay beyond a Barcelona Tia, Luis Diaz essay, and you know Koye Nano, what done a rat day, I say, or done a young couple, and some assay South America for the day, one for Omunyama, some Yagrokame Kai, Jarimina, Swatinam. What a guitar, yes, I have Bluetooth, I speaker now. Walk, okay, sir, Bonsa, SN, Yarimina, and maybe a come. Woman, I'm feeling Amador by a personal when some Pabuamekai, that for that a chat, and I made a story, and it's a boy to say, didn't I want some Pabuan is a Bible? I can say, be all no name, Ebesibiano, one on Ayasa for Ragde at the hall, and some at the amount, and into the amount, one some Pabuan Tebesi, and your player, your phone Diaz and the other so among South America for no woman some woman fan woman Yakra Arches and young Copoa Luis Diaz and some Adana say and some Anopena Yanko Argentina Villino no and some Pabuan and the sea from no I was say Sana Bible like a Tomodia Yamasum William Stinzao and then Chesam Omoma Kakanum and then some place in your Mofa and Yamasum and Yakra now young Argentina Diano wouldn't say and while your Messi show now Bama Mirano Su because I was Stadio Monumental Massa but Bia Bomasa a Stadio Monumentano and on to me was so what think Casa Stadium I was so but a moo Stadium name was so I would think Casa I didn't was so but boom good da I just almost show love I'm Leo Messi and some I enjoy a partner Leo Messi and was saying you want to just one no na adeba ko dana koma so panisa ni nkwana nyina kam yesem odo ball our club level adama Barcelona no was say odo onya no Barcelona ko ni mo na ne dai so no sem obenya same and some our church one kasa no krom aya Argentina na kam yesa am say World Cup ne baye obi a usal Messi and ado ama church odo o man identity and some other ono Lionel anu pantina yana amana nyaje oso on wo obia na we ho on ball na se o woni jema ball yana ne ball aye ne de entina ne nyaje pasa Argentina man and some chan wo do sharafa aye ne bana and some amame banana wo mo cross stadium Manchester no pay na number 2 Ghana make catch so mo chesa thank you for everything capitano eno enso aye dance aye capito edianie aye gracias por todo mi capitán na say thank you for everything my captain eno aye message aye Messi wamo so mbarbajano no na ni agena wo kapade no kaisa no pai me can be abichoromom extended enso anye your message so no de onya decide say obeko World Cup ni bi na me yarma next year and as onko bi follow de yan ye panasa wonem aye Inter Miami omoba wie aye season kama womo ye season kama in between no womo be 6 months actually 6 months no pre-season abasa koso waba serebia na pomotin sitia ensom our process anymore and so and what you are said here waba siri Inter Miami ensom start to World Cup no wano som abakwa wano so akobat ni nan kan fa wo se na ni dia ana bono poso wo bo na um sa na wura ho abono ya na on poso be ho ni mu kura ayasema owura fa no sel ye Messi no wano som anya twika na enwa wano yakoda na fa no sa aye Franco Mastantuono Masa and your duba be combination be uncrofom yenu we ya no na remember do so boy no omo sene from kra Master Antonio ensom anyena akora no was say so obiasa wobia wonani so ade no wansi esusare beto ana me pesa me ya pilot ana me pesa me ya scientist me dey me pesa me ya headmaster the alpha anti anu no na akoda me say wo so ni nyina no na chese no ni so ade hunu ana die so no say wonani yo Messi ababodi am Argentine wo national team anwa enso abaso adman aya amazing so no anya chance any onwa ye fan say your Messi nyina popo enso anyama chasomai no na baso kan nyina say aya Messi entire career we di akire aba besina Messi no role model aba brand no ne tie person wonu som anilio emie no enso the ball game achese no aya eno na draw ana chese player no enso ade sensible nyina no enso ade tudano pay mere to wonu say Brazil wonu game boss all machino wonu say William Estevao wonu ana German of the match award ana me de na coach Antonio Ancelotti and you say manager no kokane post match say akwada onimbo papa na wase akwada no first goal say no enom ana change bibia na boy no extra maturity esa so bi o ya akwada 18 years ana kakra na tabi akwada na free ball on say your penfone bi okra na ball no the pass ne ba no odwane na was say akwada no one kase na free ball no mo fama me mini pass bra ama manager say playmaker bi otesa no enso ana open wambo aya bicycle antumamsa ankachi fono okra omlines aswa na centenary manager nam abakura na baso awodire pass wenum ane fan say oye playmaker and also aya kakra frimo and abana boso team no aya kono okay say coach yerbatu twasa Real Madrid players one fabia wasem amon west a bit sa aya Rodrigo I will cover by Enchai Vinicius and some I will cover by and also Enchai Edamili Tower so recover by and also China Rodrigo and Odiakoto and socials no so say just said no kekano wabenya krona nanko dinam and said JC and some I don't know Brazil now Bibiana a great Anna and some other man say wabesha the yellow and blue JC now ball and some Adama a Brazil mino not just a moya de be a national team and some abo shall me say Yamia Duma World Cup no woman na some abetimi anya slot our list anymore and some kakemo eba Spain for Lamine Yamal Spain for no say Yamal to say bueno discomfort am the betu gasa or the free Vallecano match and a buy no and pay home so and share and serious bia santina bueno aba rest na say bia recovery crab baswa wo say Lamine Yamal aba rest or rest ya nyame adma omu game I was say no and some abaso against Turkey and no aye game Lamine Yamal aba start wo bo essence problem bia ni ho and no some just Emma Cordano entimi mo again tomwa wo shaking na BBNC akodano aye just normal knock and when aye na omu coach aye Lionel wonom and wo ginam ensom arma Bulgaria wonum say emperifo no mo na no wo mo kaso say wo movie aye anthem Ned Yankov eba benkum so ana mutime lemete Lamin Jamal kakra but me na chino was who boy na kasa adane dia wono because fine one metere dia but no so ntwasa akwara no wantimi ahuru ball so biem anasem po wa mo bikra wo mo boy ama chesna no wo hye omo coach enie wonom ana so twasa wo tricky nyoma kakra bi ma aya akwada na fa no sa Anton Nabi Yankov aba benkum so no enom ana limit akwada na ya fa no sa Lamin Jamal ama chesenwa edurba bi na fe ono so anhina hu so bato say akwada no twasa wo mo omo world class players and for and some other job any na chino ababi omo find a way ayasama ayo coach no and some ya trigger emwa ayo Mbappe and anyuma no wo conference omo premier na oyobi a coach no penasem pa ana cheso no some ya da coach na boy no aba so chesa wo mu na ya rase ya World Cup no ba anya dey say Didier Deschamps and some other to asubiem na Mbappe e kan pai sa omuni coach ekoje 2018 World Cup 2022 woman to final ba for Argentina anama eye France mairo woman some antimi Argentina sana chedia and 2026 waba ye baba coach you so fe Canada and chesa Mexico no our some omo pay eye tribute adama woman coach I France Didier Deschamps a chesa ba so chesa wenom aye send off no and so can be also our France ameno woman World Cup every coach na ekwai because woman ya read that say when we 2026 World Cup na want to end to asubiem amanfo say yemfa djuma no Messi and ya de eno and Mbappe if you say our so much and some other ayo coach na kwaya ya de update na dia kan na no and some the MFA mama Ethiopia omo players no woman din komo mo ensansanam Wuba Africa matches advertisement game Egypt aba awofio 7 o'clock and you may one bo area Ethiopia no na Ethiopia players do come back say one mo dia omo say there Egypt awa hoden ana Egypt no omo bo chess Africa there omo mo wasoro but and ye behunu sebia Ethiopia ebedi agro womo enya bia Mohamed Salah binti no mo baye ana sebia Omar Mamush ebinti no mo baye no womo ba say womo bebo edi etia Egypt as a team and individuals yentie Ethiopia when players omudin komo and some training
Europe, you know. Here for me I think because the Egyptian national team, strong team, they have good players, individual. It's our game for us. Yeah, I think it's not. I think it will be very hard. It will be very tough game. I think the hard midfield, the fans. We all know that they are professional. We all know that they go from Africa. They play in Europe. You know, for us, we respect them. We respect the team. We play only not because of Mo Salah or Mamouche. We play as the Egyptian team, Egyptian national team. We respect them. They are good players. Yeah, we will.
Yes, I know I am come out boys and AD proud to and one game ever so stadium baby a match ababa so ho and what say your day on exams and the academy now and some of them are free Jensen Emra down Yanko FC Barcelona one says a projection and say Barca and Valencia on La Liga game no I was of course our Barca for home I'll say starting in our Barca bar running and make some and some other show last season and no I am Jao adia baye fe masamu na wo de roof na agusu ya o mazade no ensom baye kama pa na wonu so mo scoreboard ana scoreboard no this time no enye sa kese na poti na si ayesoro no kwa na fa no scoreboard no mom wo mo wontia bi aya na no to say answer commercial advertising board bi aha bi na enwane we no anadwo no ade che na open na wo mo test na omo ye no say 45 minutes ya yabawie Bonsa 0 Valencia 0 achesa sa eye board na esan emutia 360 no eno so ana mo yanti abane san ana kwaya Barca Valencia na sa na eye game eye possible sa wo mo so abetimi abosa match no our the said eye stadium eno so eye come new anunti na omo try said your scoreboard no ebesi eye adwuma na me wo mo try use eye Barca 0 Valencia 0 achesa no enso eye kakra eno efi amaso adebana report amenya sa kwatena ye follow Frankie de Jong onim say wo mo twa so betimi extend a contract no enso anyama Barcelona na be kan na no sa wo mo man agent for falls ye ba be transfer market no mo na ono ankasa ma Barca for no ya we say wona be repay akwata no na Barca for aye offer wo mo dia to omanim enie wo mo so mo twa say contract no dia ya be mo sign na mom akwara wo obi a wa je Barca sika paw dia wadi kan defer e wo so mo tua ensom ademano wo kan na de boma drani aye club no until this time yama contract extension no mom e ba no salary no dia wo be je cut na se omo bete so wo bete ase a wo ma yehu won tie se so onka e ma chesamperfo no ensom aso ente eno aye offer Barcelona as a team wo mo som offer dia ma kodana ye fan said De Jong ebium said ya min nyane se player na ye fan Romeo ansa ya beka se dia kan se Barca for no wo betimi terminate akoda ne contract na omo se want to just contract no dia omo terminate bosum ye atwa min abakọ na wie that was somewhere 28th August and omo se termination aye adwuma etwobi an drive ababa sa training grounds because still na order some aye contracted to FC Barcelona and to know about training apapa said ye we play at the team no and from 28th na ba dia akoda on ye amsam aboni na twamtene Romeo upper club one some abakọ Real Madrid yes Turkey one more transfer market na enclose you know minimum the buyer when so mo say Raul Asensio ayobia one betimi agane kwan amana kominim Serbia Madrid for them abajiskano and Serbia Madrid and because mete say yes Besiktas ay club ba ko a one say antosa transfer market be close and some our Turkish league no we also ay targeter one some abaso amagane ba and then ay player na some na no play no ye de etuka ebium and some ay Federico Valverde yes one dia mammo musuo mebisa so na Valverde no ye betimi atone de na ba ayo Turkey say ya Galatasaray say ya Fenerbahce say ya Besiktas say ya hwan onu akro wonya usika omo pebi rapa fire na anda manager fans Alonso no wonwa yentimi entomo ntontwena mane yeye omo ya indispensable and some the kan ayeshua many our coach no listen so oya aware due to the versatility and ebiam enso ye player ye fan say Federico Valverde and some aye versatile our timibo 2 ebo 8 no ebo aye 7 no mi ade a just emergency makeshift aye position ba bi ade akoda no be hye bia no one some atumi ye segment today dem say karase koda ni elu dem say wa fa we fan confirm aye Madrid for no wo some afichire a chese no aye kakra firimo ensom ade abana na me fan to oni say abantena ye fan Christopher Nkunku ani odogu also say sibran bana na o me ba no na omuhia Milan supporters na chese supporters ni guasio pi wo bi aba be pe anye Jason na woto no ensom ade atofo ma ehu sampa wa share number 18 Nkunku ni wo odogu wo mu yenu na chese wo so nam aye Milan store ni mu no aye va Dante ana chese aye Milan shop back flagship shopper woman answer from all so to one more na kokra mo shopping kwaduto woman yo man mo ana no pay no ye the update and some abana ewi asiya na enwo because Dujan Vlahovic wono Gio Fires ya beton wasemenko womo so wo ya beton wasemiye ejise mutua me agent no 10 million na mo mama so 10 million na che so kamoma wo Juventus 20 million na wo Juventus we what we da say o take club no mama obi kra 10 million kra da say wonu nkodi dabi na sabwe na enyankwa obi also interest ka amfa me fa no was start season kaba papa na ama jemi nyano say na yesim amobeso mo extend the contract and some amana say the current deal ebe expire 2026 and I said was ya start season and some aye comment today when we say born extend afa when we renew the contract and some man ana Turkey when ma koda na fa say kenan Jaudes and so in papa na Jaudes no one so junior for no be say one so me pejani sika sem na contract no de e de obesa wo say wi a em sa koda no sika sem no wo fam but born our born some our soro ana so ma nya sika ni ya wo mu suro sa Chelsea mu nyina no wo mu ba ho asanka o ma nya nyoma yi ama koda no wan confirm odo owo ensom adama juvanka ebia wo disketi anko continue awasa mu pejam kakra ensom adama no sana de abori sika sem no ensom abeti ya fire ya de update no ensom ababa mu tintim no report amenya no say wo mu ya tuka say wo mu annual general meeting abakoso nyame ya duma sadano ebe Sunday aye 2nd November ana ba mu chin omo annual aye general meeting no ensom abakoso AGM no obi aba na dwe shareholder sabi ade a chesem performa bana wo mo som aba to adwe na mansiri fana confirm say Ederson afedo mo jane kwan na video omo ye ensom adama Ederson na no hye ye usa Ederson ankasa kita ne boot anu ni jersey awashena wodi gu atrasa wodo som no enso apem awo Manchester City na Ederson yes our baba dini nyina no wutimi gi aye 6 Premier League titles in 8 nessa waya jumaden na tenteni nyina no say season ba ko de pamano the season 2023 womo je trouble our fusa wo ba aye Premier League ni mo aye clubs bi ni pe ana aye trouble Manchester City Manchester United biam ensom anisa team ba ko pe ana no so I 4 in a row and the Premier League no and some aye Man City omonko ana nya sa achievement today na me adjesa na sa records and aye sanyo mani nyina no wono som na timi achieve adiama club ya fan sa aye Man City anano pe no ya update aba me no kasa sese jemi nyam sa tasanwa be be kasa goalkeeper ya fan Andrew Onana awosabi okotake no William say as it stands now ebimu club so mo chese in the pecking order Onana number 3 our Manchester United am say yes so mo chese sa aye Sina Lamens our dena bano wono number 1 Altai Bandi enso kwababa ansa na Onana enso aba ntene yesesa na be kwadi agiso Onana no quick serebe ebi ataki emufu bi anasa bi achesa Saudi Arabia bi no wono so mbetimi akobi kwafo na de eno aye sere situation no enso mbesitie na Harry Maguire matese Saudi Arabia ana Turkish omo clubs ni bi say womo so mo fa be 15 million euros adaba fa Maguire de ko bi kwase na o 32 years na Harry Maguire what 32 years no you say ayaman for ya pa because say there woman esi Maguire ya na eja eduru ba bi ya won captaincy amban ya jaja wan complain wan kote 7 tasuo wa mo amobiante ba mo ye jadi sancho wa mo coach ko gaso ana wan troni ye omo baduru Manchester na akwana post wo ni social media be na no da enti wo san yo man kwada ni bi ye na no compare Harry Maguire say man for see dinani our club ni mu Onana by preseason na otiani hey boboni ye wo ye dia no o dana ni na ba man kam obi anto 110 so amowa na mutimi ya sa ye nya ne kwama ne mpa na sa happen to the menya no sa wudu aye Turkey ene aye ne kan sa Saudi wo mo so ada so our interest our player ye fa sa Maguire ensum amu achesa no pe no ye update about Chelsea wo mo go to be situation no metesa still amasa kobiem because Mike Menyo the same problem bonus Mike Menyo and sign contract biabiem and from AC Milan team no because according to Calcio Mercato wo Nyamas woman can in answer, woman to me and Franco to pay, and Club World Cup. I am Milan, and Penafona, Omama player, no, and some Amantano Concorda, but Omo Junior Saston, and Bueno, I was competing our the highest level, our bra, and the club beer keke, and to Chelsea, and some fall into that category, and no, I'm a more Junior Bisacodano, and some never to me Japan bar, and no, I have the Taba Mantuno, then Panis Obenya playing time, but as a son commodoing in our construction, Bonum, Obenya Biabo bat, so when you go, no, I don't know why, Obenya Biabo more, because Omo Junior, our Kodam said that to be on what can number 9 1 now, Kodana Fansa McGill, and some about me about Nunti, and Oman Tono outrighter, woman Taman Colon almost after Omagena, Wama Kodana Baba James Adiama Timna, yet update, and the Akanino, and some at one with your class will be a Shasia, one more typical example, and some by a Chelsea, and some other monthly follow, there is one. Arsenal and some other so many na am say honest no one that so deep in commodity say be a club community in a form of maybe say be a collaboration and I say be a partnership be Arsenal and some any other clubs e bet me around say be and no other Brahman man so I find them I get the Gunners on kakra and if you almost were at the Abaya, young first na Yamakana family, Yaman Black Stars and more about draw. Yamaso real quick now for sports buffet, Yan Twasso. Brazil etipo aso nya baako mienu fancy abena hobi ato iti ye komo bia about the greatest ever players aye hu omo wiase a ye bo Maradona dia how many of them associate Maradona mean say Napoli odijuma pa obo Barcelona but a lot of people talk about Maradona because of Argentina. When we talk about world play and then we are kasa about Santos meboa obiani world play won koma. It is all about Brazil. But the man now Messi muda musunko. When the day comes and Cristiano Ronaldo so hanging boot to say we will say the same thing. I said these are two players who have defined an era. We are not going to only identify them by one thing, but on national team and the club side. Fancy, I think sir, if anybody deserves said the number 10 jersey no for Argentina was sending the Monama sending the Moniam year Lionel Messi. We're defining it within the club, we're defining it within the national team. And nobody can ever say anywhere that the greatest ever player to have won Argentina number 10 jersey and Lionel Messi. Even Kennedy, Diego Armando Maradona Tiasikra Obeka se Messi yen famano. But Tiasia, Obeka se Messi and the greatest player. Our share the number 10 jersey. And dear plan of Argentina this year. First year won the war. Oh Messi they were the Champions League. Oh Messi they were the way. But Messi will be for Argentina anyway.
But let's not forget the Messi your mother did the Copa America. Look at the number of times they've won the Copa America. Messi your mother did World Cup. Our World Cup, the last time Argentina did, you feel saying. Wabetin in 2022 as the captain. He has fulfilled anything that JC brought him into this world for. Fancy, main Casabebre will allow Messi. This is and then I remember Messi abaso. But I think say na akono say over realize say Lionel Messi to win. Any you media with the Argentine national team no. Wabe truly di, wa truly ye. Na all on so no. What the dinner to baby fancy adding say in Chima eba omuru befi obi a ne fellow Lionel Messi o shed it on my tendency at Argentina. Maradona will be smiling in his grave because yenya obi a wabesi na nine we see na nine ye. Kudos to Lionel Messi. I can't be 7 minutes. Quick. My mention the German national team and Julian Nagelsmann. Fancy. I think Germany is struggling with identity crisis. I said there's an identity crisis with the German national team. Yes. I'm almost saying equality. Oh yes, I'm being very honest with you.
As a coach, I also say quality of more work or sample
also quality no more we say Shabbat with me about falling up into school so never German national team started
so maybe just the next game will confirm more or less quality.
Oh that you see this particular discussion in the next year say share the leadership of Germany in over the years. Franz Beckenbauer meboa, Lothar Matthäus meboa, Philipp Lahm, Petolikus. Share the embodiment of the leadership of the German national team. See the captain was a Fabons and I German national team captain. Fancy. You set the perfect example and you see a team that is well controlled on the pitch and disciplined. If you are captain, some of them would not know you have a captaincy and money. We are cast ranking. Teams are these players are the woman captain and never be able to do. I need the respect of the national team now. Which mark the same thing that Mama don't know. Which mark the same thing. Only leadership issues need if you want more. Fancy the toss with you. I think sir, Germany are losing idea your more identity. Germany and Kassan, you can't be to say tactical rego. Or mono yenya shemrane say yebo 4-4-2 yebo 4-2-3-1 yebo we ya fancy they say ubenya German team and they will away from that. The Italian from German machine yes it looks well rehearsed and the execution is perfect.
True.
Tini Susani say German machine and discipline. But whenever I watch this particular German national team, no, I don't see discipline. When I see this German team, they are too tactically flexible. And they are focusing so much on technical skills rather than a collective effort of a team or the building cohesion. They are losing a touch of who they are.
That is the
identity crisis I mentioned with the tactical rigorosity in the
okay.
Discipline and they don't have a proper leadership within this team. I'm not talking about the coach, but the players who are on the field. And we see Julian Nagelsmann dear. Also, we also on no coach in the class. Also, we pen form we are willing. German machine is a wall oil that the winning mentality. Fancy. Germany are we open 3. Back into the game, but in any
oh, see how Germany or Brazil 7-1.
What I say, and then you produce about but you should the problems now. This idea we neighbor. The last product are German clubs at me produce about continuing so we need to quack ball outside. I'm going to have it today say. I'm going to Florent Vertige say. Jamal Musiala no so baby no. Jamal Musiala yantetin Germany. Yet Jamal Musiala with England. It will wait mark for England under 10, under 11, under 12, under 15. And some of Jamal Musiala move diaba. You look at a young player like Pavlovic. Pavlovic no Serbia ho baby 2 1 no so yet na be room. What am I say? So Germany and Casan true and true talents in the Florian vet. And the Florian vet no in the piano no never born in and Florian vet no boy. England. But gone are the days where FC Bayern Munich, the core of the team, and Borussia Dortmund, the core of the team, I'm starting with the German national team. First, I come in 2 minutes. So some time no happen. The man, some 10 minutes. 10. Oh, that be fast. That me am 10 and so. Na katu. Akatu. Me am akatu.
What you
First, me how a Bayern Munich and a Bayern Munich starting 11 pa Mike. What's in fancy? Bayern Munich starting 11. Manuel Neuer better go push me boy. One the botu. Conrad Lima. Ofi.
Lima is one year.
Ofi Osha na me boy. 3 and 1.
Enra.
Alfonso Davis me boy. Ofi.
Yes, mo.
Ofi.
Eno ball. I am Maximilian. Messi. Ono ball no. Anna Obo, Jonathan Rudiger, Joshua Kimmich, Anna Angelo Stiller.
Kimmich solid.
No ball, Serge Gnabry, Leon.
Germany and Newcastle. Leon Goretzka,
Anna Nick Fortamada.
Wow, Germany.
Newcastle squad.
Germany and Newcastle. Also, Newcastle. It is first the example I'm DC no. German Bayern Munich team no. 4 and 5 for open Mencano. And I to Nepra. Say I told you one of my open Mencano no one able Kim Min-jae. Kim Min-jae Friva. The double pivot a team ni me Kimmich and Pavlovich. So me a fitter. Them bench no about be bia. Goretzka be the na be kan. Any one why Michael Olise, Hurricane and number 9. Jamal Musiala a fitter 10. And then Luis Diaz on the other side. Fancy, this is not Bayern Munich. That gave the German national team a lot of things.
There's a first club no crowd no general nice no. Na place no more now here.
Yeah, and I think I want to more cohesion because I'm feeling crowd move no. Mike, you can remember the 2017 man at Toni Kroos can no. Shamo munyi Toni Kroos munyi ya be the senior national team the twaso. And no na Spain and that's what they do. Yaw. It any there. I think Senna goes my word. They will need to get back.
Okay. Well, me ba a Mike or Black Stars. Mike you na ya ba Black Stars. So still Ghana that so di kind work. Table no so no and so no. Na Mike, my memory hon me na ye nhwe bia o fa se bia e kudi.
Nyame ado me bia e kama.
Okay. Yenkwa.
2006 until they won the World Cup in 2014. These were talents that were laden with leadership on the field of play. Sanyoma for technical quality, and then overall they will give you intensity on the field of play. Sanyoma for Namabono. Osha squad way out there to Swa. There is no leader in here. They lack leadership. Leadership on the bench, leadership on the field. Leadership are no more Sherman Yoma Kosuma Germany. There was Hansi Flick assistant Joachim Löw. Löw had experience by virtue of being part of the DFB setup. Klinsmann, Osunya Adia Kakra when I say, then Onwankasa became his own man. Then from 2006, 2010, 2014, lengthy period, so consistency. Into Onotina Hoche Sunya Yeti Asia Benyini ye. Then the players again. 2014 when they were winning it, they had Philip Lahm. Then they had Toni Kroos. Then there was even Per Mertesacker. In their goal, they had Manuel Neuer. So almost every department, you had players with more experience, consistency, and then also leadership. Into aside your bench, not to no. The almost Gina Park and so more bonus or more was says to Yahuno, as also was a leadership now, or more de Boamai. Philip Lahm no was saying his natural position was a fullback, or to be boy as a right fullback or a left fullback. But all baby in the career or the way one thing, he had that technical ability. Most amount have tried to do comparisons with what Joshua Kimmich is doing. Let me say it emphatically. Kimmich does not come close to how technically gifted a player like Philip Lahm was. Kimmich, but even with the leadership, can make a man to the Tutumwa. Again, Lam will be surrounded by the presence of players like Bastian Schweinsteiger, Sami Khedira, Okwechua, there was Jerome Boateng, Pemeta Saka. The likes will also add years to it. But Omo Mujina defenders, it was goalkeeper Manonoya.
Prime.
Exactly. And then Okwe Nimusua. Closer, be available for Thomas Muller to learn under. Until even when Closer was ready to leave the scene, Muller had gained enough experience by virtue of playing with Closer and also playing in the national team and excelling. On for lineup into Sibion, and the Hamilton Lady Germany attack. Wontumi has not even played top flight football for 8 seasons. Simple. But who is he going to learn from among the attack? Serge Gnabry has forgotten. Gnabry form was when Bayern cooking or no eyes were the and that free that time no injuries and I don't know if our personal issues. A man is free ball never. So who will Wontumi, Florian Wirtz, who would they look up to learn something? Why not be seeing Fino? Antonio Rudiger, Jonathan Tah, they are like they say almost yeah. Rudiger and Jonathan Tah, so a recipe for disaster. And we also the calamitous defending Germany in considering the goals against Slovakia. Again, middle start, he's excellent for Stuttgart, but relatively in terms of top flight experience, a winning mentality, Stuttgart in Nibisa. So look through the squad. How many of them have won the German Bundesliga? Was it not surprising? Say Nnamdi Collins, albeit so a started season excellently for Eintracht Frankfurt. And a game after first half he did not belong there. Again, clearly showing you the difference between having excellent club form and then being a national team regular. Form or club, it does not translate into a national team. So Germany are suffering from this. Rudiger has winning mentality with Real Madrid. Bundesliga wajeba akope. Kemek, he's won the Bundesliga Champions League several times with Bayern Munich. The same applies to Leon Goretzka. But who you mufri mua? Why be Gnabry has forgotten how to play. He's a winner, but he doesn't really contribute in that manner. So Germany are suffering. It's an error. So the contest they say time I know musisu or mutimi yenyo players are never wohono. They had leadership. You can go back. Oliver Bierhoff, Matthias Sammer, Bodina. You will see that there is one thing that runs through: leadership. And sana do your bench in the class with your technical ability. Bierhoff here, Bjorn Jürgen Klinsmann, Bodina. You see a trait. The only time we free Mukakra was when they were establishing the foundations for the team that proved successful in 2014. And Omodi Amanfra Frokakra, Ebe Fry, Sami Khedira, Mesut Ozil. But even with them, you could actually also tell that they were proven winners. Jerome Boateng, Sami Khedira, Mesut Ozil, they were proven winners. And that their Germany they don't have proven winners. They don't have leaders. They don't have experience in terms of playing together for a consistent period. And even the coach has not been consistent enough. Check the number of coaches Germany has changed in the last 5 years. So the point is, era where I woman and suit German football, and there needs to be modifications. Mechanics are not, then it means there is a course. At the end of Kofaba, German talent now, they have a similar profile that is not suited to the modern game. Verse about Premier League name, see Eka. Then Amoka. Oh, he needs to adapt. I know you're slow. I know you're better. German talents that were produced then, they suited the trend. So Ozil will move from Werder Bremen to Real Madrid. Obebo, yeah. Obeko Arsenal. Obebo. And your politics and in frame. Jerome Boateng the same. Schalke, Nufia, Bayern, Man City. The story is there to tell. Sami Khedira again, Obebo, but Stuttgart also, then to Bayern Munich. Let me say Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. So check. They were players with a certain character, but you know their profile suited the era. And the era Benny your era where physicality, pace, say obi was speed, excellent acceleration, and dominating in the game nepa. Inti check it. And the ball no unya players are omo a bonny different obi say Ozil. If Ozil was playing in today's game, Obebre. Anthony Kai Havertz Onyadie.
Yes.
But he would thrive in the Bundesliga. But if you escape or he escapes the Bundesliga, now they know to a different league more, he will struggle with the demands. So check. Kai Havertz have had to bulk up. Timo Werner, excellent attacker for RB Leipzig. Germany for many atoms where the next edition of striker Ekope. We in the free Bundesliga Nima, he struggles. So the Bundesliga in itself has struggled with an identity crisis. Check the number of players who have dominated or made headlines in the league. In the last 5-10 years, are foreigners. But originally, it is a league that the Germans actually dominated in, and they raised the level. But then I'm Frankfurt Befra. Inti check Eintracht Frankfurt. Yes, and say Oma generating excellent talent at Tunton Bia Germany ni ben wom. Of all the top stars Frankfurt have produced, emu hine German for. Ekitike, Mamouche, you go back, Jovic, Kolomwani. Why not German? So as it stands, Germany have failed to produce a top striker in the last 3 seasons or 3 years. You can even go back to 4 years. Jeremy, the league has failed to produce a top striker.
See, football plan lead after years the bar 2014. No,
I just Jato. You see, a era.
Okay.
That era ended. They will need to start anew with a new era. And if you trace now share German and a 21 team no lose to England in the final now, there is a core group be a eba. They are also coming with different profiles, but Omobabe P the main stage now, they struggle to match in terms of the quality and the standard expected. It will take them some time. So Omuhui, they were smart, and then the integration, they looked at the social background of players now. And they said, they are not typical Dutch, but they have Dutch backgrounds, and then they have foreign backgrounds. They don't be rat team in first name is our Germany. But as part of devising a new football plan, they did that. And the Bema Khedira, and the Bema Mesut Ozil, and the Bema Jerome Boateng, okay, Gundogan, so be fame Mukaka. Sanity. Society changes, and you cannot change football in terms of how it is done without giving credence to how society has also become. A football demands it's send your TSC, you know. I was like Germany for no modi or mobile no at the faso, and it will start. But before say best start, you are taking full scale. Near who's on faso no. On my breath said yeah we are, and idea that is the truth. They don't have the talents to match the market, the current football demands. They don't have it. Amuni. It will take them some time. And you're surprised and say top 5 leagues, no Bundesliga account. But make us mame, a top German striker. How are you consistent in the last 4 seasons? To say they're not Thomas Muller, to say they're not close, now you won't. You struggle. Yeah. Dominating now. Foreigners and a bit dominating. And it is a problem for the league and also a problem for the entirety of German football. Okay, Messi Diano. How consistent was Maradona? Before Messi, one and Argentina more time top scorer. Maradona gave Argentina beautiful moments in terms of consistency. Maradona did not start and end like a 10-year period. I don't think so.
sɛ Maradona see so a ɔyɛ kuku dam ogyina so ɔyɛ anwanwadeɛ eku ne ho wie nneɛma no. I don't think he was that consistent, but he gave them a beautiful football story. Precisely 82 the Ankoye, but 86-90. Those were the beautiful times Maradona adorned himself in Argentina colors. Maradona's great memories, the beautiful moments he created for Argentina. Messi paper. The great moments Maradona Argentina no. Messi paper. He's erased it. Paper. How many goals? More fun statistics ne mame. Goals in Sen Washama Argentina.
Messi.
How many? And this is a player who is not your out and out striker. He is not your typical Gabriel Batistuta type. In the show, the functionality on the pitch attached to the role of play. But role no play no, he does not play in a role that is so central that it gets him directly towards goal. He needs to invert. Messi ball it is or the rim, so be a central onya your direct. But when you or the rim, no obey the obey. But again, his brilliance outshone in terms of the numbers produced. He started winning at a very young age, including the Olympics. Under 20, Olympic Games, senior level. That was the only piece of the puzzle now, no onion survey. But he solved it in recent times with excellent success at at continental level and then the global stage. Yes. Then there is a numbers to also back it. 58 assists. Goals in Washebro 100. Meboa. Exactly the point. So this guy will go down as Argentina's greatest player of all time. It is not debatable. Tinameka said, you resist the memories of Maradona. Maradona, he will never be forgotten. He gave beautiful memories to the people of Argentina. And Messi didn't go so no. 172 goal contributions in 193 games, 10 hat-tricks, 2-time Copa America winner, 1-time FIFA World Cup winner. Then when Europe brought their best team to face the best of South America, Messi's Argentina prevailed. Under 20 in 2005, 2008 Beijing Olympics, he won them gold. Nebinsi Argentina for no muhi ebi na comedy omo 46 man of the match awards, 6 player of the tournament awards, 2-time top scorer. There is none other than Lionel Messi. But the conversation is Argentina and community they go. But I don't think in this era game no, there has been a player who has emerged, who has been more influential than Messi, has been more impactful than Messi, and then is a better footballer than Messi
from
this era.
Okay.
Era woman, whether you were born in 1930 or you were born in 1940, no player is going to outwit or become better or be rated higher than Lionel Messi. There is no other. There is no other. For club achievement fatwa, for national team achievement fatwa, never individual achievements. So for shame fin. Who? Hina Noba close. Wana. No, there is no. Mention a name.
Wontumi.
Give me a name.
No player.
Messi, ya wo 1920. 1930.
Maradona no. Messi Pele Mokra.
Obobo Dina in narrow set. There have been far greater players in Europe, in South America, and even in Africa. Messi, if you were born in 1920, at the Eba, now share boy the best in there. Give me one name that surpasses the influence, the impact, and then the excellence, and overall the success of Lionel Messi. None.
comes close. And this is what we sign and say, this has been the greatness of Lionel Messi witness. Football career being where so. No football career. Maradona at club level, it is tied to Napoli. Maradona did not have even 5 excellent seasons at Napoli. No.
What player Brazil?
Then Ufriwa, what do you call him for? National team Argentina. But this guy and the significance of what he did, even with Barcelona, single-handedly, Opeja Barcelona from relative obscurity in Europe to become one of the powers of European football. Before Messi Bebano, Barcelona not Champions League no matches. The most successful history in the club was written with Messi's signature and on a pen. You can't describe or discuss Barca's success story without this name, Lionel Messi Cuticini, being part. Oh yes, sir, you've done a great disservice not to the player but to the club. So Messi's club impact, it outweighs that of Maradona. Any more Makebi or Moye. Then national team there so if you are looking for a complete football career, Lionel Messi's football career is one. He's had the complete football career. See a complete football, that's why I say he's had a complete football career. Tell me one thing that is missing from his football.
None.
Medase.
Okay. Well, Medase, Mike. I say a Black Stars, so na Yababeshe, and World Cup qualifier we Black Stars from a go up last minute and a chat a be equalize na enra after the game coach Otuado Kapi said na tempo from because of pitch and I dry before we come back on a press conference and I said a pre-match we say pitch no it says cement and I said it's a concrete there's a sword team pile so you tawe tino so same say na oman water so any adenam so ma Black Stars and modern yen hu said ye see ehu enema enra and our sama team Sharak mama me aye coach no post match no be 1-2 na fi yente kakra no after the game coach Otuado after game no okasa kakra de fa Stars and modern bon our full say a pitch na oman water so no enam so e match so mo entimi anya ne omaye Otuado de ni bia ready amobemi bi na echi bia because Ghana for no enso pebi eti ni ahun say bia no no anaye ne mom mo nse mo na so e de share eye boys na say ban say no man close eye chesen koda nti after the game Otuado say Chad agenti e modern bono ankon kan ye say na pitch no o man water so enu nti enanam so e ma Black Stars e ball draw yenti coach Otuado
to me 101.3 Nyaminsawo.
Well, new say bibia ekuje.
Well, bibia come pa.
Okay. Fair from way.
Me echo. Okay. And that game no baso Chad.
Black Stars
in Jamaica. Now how enema call any probably brainy and your performance now. But what people have been asking is what is the way forward? Your qualification the Benya Baso and I say Yamaso. We share squad here the idea yo and you might know me jot to whilst game no question on Abebre. But me person me can't send back so. I'm not here to defend this Blaster squad we are as a place, Nemo no crab back say. And now shot the dinner pitch now auto a complaining, it had a greater impact on the game. Yo, it had a very huge impact on the game. One phenomenal game to me who say we didn't have a Blaster side and ready to go down. And sometimes I want to players in the brave baby see a kind of about pitches is almost struggle. Almost struggle pa. Make sure pitch the I'm saying no. Game ready, the best but then notwithstanding, tactically I'm more homodyne. I've been asking a lot of questions from Otuado and the setups, the in-game management, and the tactical structure. How would they have the best out of the team? Even without Thomas Partey starting the game, send a manager no beko and now Salis Elisha. Are we saying these are two players? Chad team no buwa moswana.
but me person me call for individual absentees and all of that. We are who so na we are who ye. Yeah, no line up coach Otowado e be call game no. And a walk TV no so no. Jirenchi Gideomensa and a ball lateral so no. Ubenya Jerobo Poku and a Ajete. Backline SC Benjamin Asare that go post Salis and Elisha a ball as double sixes which make a double pivot. Now Oshere ya many a Komiani Mickey before the game now you discuss say lineup will be a 4-2-1-3 where Kudus will have a very large vacuum to operate within. Now body for the strikers in Semenyo, Jordan Ayew and Inaki Williams not just say a bit more the freedom around the zone 14 to operate as a number 10. And of course the key playmaker for our side Ghana but yeah on your sign a course. And your 4-2-1-3 said the TVC or said the lineup on the buy not Yajune. It really was different and the closest formation I mean met me akasemi who you know a 4-2-3 impo we no kra no ye Otowado nyire no ho is my friend. I'm also a coach and who near man be na person consensus how but this shape no kra it didn't really function as we wanted to see. 4-2-3-1 with Semenyo Inaki dropping out wide in the channels. Na Chris way any formation a course throughout the game
4-2-2-2 and now 4-2-4
or 4-2-4 Waiting formation, a course. So, Metraka said it was a system, it was a formation, it was everything we did on the field. 4 no attack, 4 no back, no one 2 on 15. So we wanted to say Kudus act and play as a schemer of the side. But yes, I knew who Kudus was positioned in the final third.
First night kind of.
Bibisa.
Okay.
Can cross sometimes out to drop a barbeboa, born and ma. But Kudus and Radio no train bono, or be out train bono, train in the last phase of the build up. Just say the preparation towards the last phase on your count. Now 4-2-4 we know. So when you the boy tell me the how much but you game it be say Salis Elisha we've had issues of build up cracks. Yeah, build up a revolves around a free back free back in Benjamin Asare count. Also in Germany for the tires 2 central defenders no the keeper na count no man free back no pushy full backs no man come to serve as the second phase of the build-up. It was a Benjamin Asare no, or near JT and a Jerome Puku, or when I started game no. A bunny say no Busa in Chiase, who was a Gideon say, now Busa say 2 midfielders or more here. But there was a problem, let's say. Every time a person one acquire free 2 central defenders no. Ya will show TV in Sudan. Who be Gideon Mensa? Nin champion no benya Antoine Semenyo. Ubenya Irenchi. Nin champion no benya Elisha Wusu. It's a dear more close to our defense. Salis Ahmed. What's my boy Elisha?
Yes.
My boy in Chabo Gideomensa. Even Antoine Semenya drop here, but the minya more di Salis Ahmed. Now Osha Salis position now. Only pass the cross Salis. Watch closely.
Me.
Only pass the cross Salis. 4.
So I say 2 here, 2 there, but 4 no, and I Salis na shin fin.
Yes. As my child phone you can say. More 4 and 5 for no keep on here hamu bebre sa. No bridge na that 4 and 5 for an attackers in term no. We will make sure say you better cut some of the bridge as best as possible. Said we are going to mean transitioning because we as a nation are best known to be very dominant in the central part of the field. So my catch so Semenya drop here ba Abaka Gideomensa how much charge bonako. Elisha so be kan joint o charge board nako but who bridges that department no any part phone the so but we know so one hwe ni yabaka say na edena Thomas Batan start how na man for Musa so we go for a long ball near to ball na to atwene. Let's start and
say chant for every day neutralize a play
either what we do or you have a weakness within this method as Salis. Sometimes Salis bad drop your babaji born in the ako. Yeah, Shadia Kakrebi wa say. Salis in a pia babaji born. This is Elisha Wusu. Can you crap out me? Blast our method no way. You bought 2 central methoders. But I couldn't babaji born. But I can 4 and 5 for no. You can watch them here. Elisha Wusu will drop it deep. I central defenders no. Salis made a babaji born, but right in front of him, you have a cog from Chad amode a close central zones of the field. It is the opposite of say we will be a ball retention skills for ball between call or Vitinha be for ball between call or Thomas Partey be for ball between call or go and connect with your attackers with a direct ball.
So force you to go for long. For long no so.
Just say you omo be hold it up play or you be kick into a very good space. Let me for ball in there. But this neutrality of our method no. Obi be neutralize our method e chada na. No, let's answer this question and sana because you person call World Cup. And you want your person call. Chad has taken 2 of our central midfielders out. Elisha the one kind equation ho. Salis abeje ball about right in front of Salis. Watch what you see on your screen.
You be on some ba like halfway line center circle the mum so mebwa.
Yembo play ni so be ba ho no. So it means give your man some cost ro kwa akotwen. You ntie bie mu abase ha no so ba betwen. How do we move the ball? And then TV then quickly we try to connect out wide. Now and formation even yet me bypass the second phase watch their structure. They convert into 4-1-4-1. 4-1-4-1 means they have a lone ankle. Or monitors and turn something drop it by or saba or will be a monitor. Then you have in the final tag you samba but it's still 4-on-4. But who say ball it told be na your bar. Ya ne ka ya ntimi attack ya attack wave and centrality ya obabia hwade ketewa bi 4-1-4-1 na convert into 4-4-1-1 where the lone striker na ba join number 10 no na 4-4 no ya hwe ya attack no ubenya renchu ubenya gideon mensa but we stay right in the 2 lines of defense of Chad. What say mumu ye no finfi
na the margin for pan no
they've closed this you need runner or push line in the box no adie we ya uhune saa no say your technical team is serious pa ese ka solve problem we say awie all 4 attackers ni nyina na wo mfinfin ha Semenyo Inaki Jordan and Kudus 4 nyina na hu no in addition to the 4 no we be nya 2 of the laterals no Irenchiaba and Gideon Mensah 6 attackers. Yet how do you get the ball into the opposition box? Chad until the person who say you need Kudus Robia obeja friend ho abeje ball ne akọ or your first Kudus stay in the final third ball ne beba why na the ball ne ba and the biggest problem under Ottawa do onyan solve here Obobo Jordan Obobo Semenyo Obobo Inaki no benya higher sources. I'll talk about that probably different day, but it has been the major headache for Otuado. So be bench 2 no about wingers aka 1 ho or about 2 no be get the best out of them but 3 in there so your ball 3 in boom especially Jordan Semenyo kan one na say cry so you kuchu na crofona drop it deep or retreat into their own box na ya to ball there they are to actually we don't dominate, we don't sustain the pressure in the final third. It is all check here obi the statistics here juba bia babu say and I say Ghana about 70% about 70% no our hefa about 70% no hefa. Look at the structure. They kept converting to 4-1-4-1 4-4-1-1 every time. The last 2 lines of defense are comprised of 4-man back line, then the second line is also 4. It's bonusana increase hefa Salis ni Elisha Usuni me ma catch say Ghana you need free yakra na nye midfield unim ye game na unim de make but your midfield na Chad I force Elisha man drop your defense no. So
it means sorry to catch you but it brings back and command you didn't know say okay say me say I raise say I didn't na Chad ye go for 2 DMs and I make me say pressure by charge the KB Chad the 1 defensive midfielder and I was like maybe I will protect it in the back line so Sankayan Kulu no kware would have been disastrous
Kabakundo memene no. You not have any way to get the ball into the final third. You can play 6 attackers. How are 6 in the ball no? And a child that's plenty and midfielders no. This is the second time you are seeing this. And none of the other game be a boy not to Transport can win. But say no the ball neighbor. Yeah. Or you press resistant. Hey. Into me no. Oba into me no. But you have Elisha, you have Salis. They can't perform under pressure, especially when on many face of goalkeeper na say mo 360 at the ball the Babeseneko. Oh, so I will shut this game and sometimes yeah me catch you. Shade ketua bi we ha say mame. Oh, who say we drop it kwa. Whilst you can see them say omo air function no wo hwe omo nchen pa on how a child for na cut with two midfielders in a free game no Salis stood alone say Elisha Nkobra but Elisha ko ni nipa two na koye and nipa two be twen Salis so no top wo Kudus kan for no
nse ntimi ntwamu nko
to born be da be sena ko about twen no so mo yede so we try to use Gideon we hoof the ball into the final third hoping say bit pick the second ball no into America we no mo the ball nya no me and my speed in the kakra because we had about 5 different recycles here recycle no say your boy into me corner the coach boy into me corner the coach against Chad about 5 different recycles ball could do the final third oh no my ball no near recycle also my speed in the up Usually the ball free without pressure, without hesitation. My clear question here, let's say, chances no munya bino. Watch this as you see it. Sometimes they allow you to build up. Now your baba bombali enche next week your bombali. Eti auto problems are what team be say. One, you team building, but two, me the whole second problem. So second problem no. Once me busa sa phone one here also more top. There's no cohesion that exists amongst the four or the final third, you know. And if you want to understand that, try this build up your but say when we lost the ball, you expect say, oh, Ghana and Kebe put pressure kakra. What you say? We put pressure kakra opponent in so you press you more. Then they can press in one seven, they can 4-2-4 natural. Yeah, 4-2-4 no. In fact, software be a crime from one so 4-2-4. Two in
true.
Yes. Two in 4 in here. Why is Kudus always plays the final time? Why we have struggles in getting the ball to the 4?
Sinkahano Kudus eshe Salis ni Elisha omanimpe.
Sahano fanshe wa Kudus with me ball no call.
Yeah.
Na ya no bully no. Yet who's a ball no call. But ball no call esro. Jordan on for ball soro. Ina comfortable soro. Semenyo for ball soro. Omo nyina pe ball na at their feet or hit the ball into spaces. 4-2-4 with or without the ball. Oh. 4-2-4 with the functions on the ball you still have two midfielders with the functions without the ball you still have two central midfielders so yeah my problem let's say technical team of the Blaster no omo read opponent ni ya omo nyiro mo ho to understand the tactical relationship between Kudus and then the midfielders look at the proximity the distance at them. So Kudus relates to the attackers more than he relates to the midfielders because of the Juma or to the man no patch what I say 84-4 but if you are thinking say ana Kudus dropping na boni hoche he has a role to play in the final third and that is how coach Nico plays so these struggles you know I've been asking you're 4 and 5 I'm for busa questions be brain na say you hunu so any you say but one thing about who about your game na say ya shade ketua bi o ha na enko yanim quickly me who understand the way team no yi papa you engineer Gideon Mensani omo na ka 4 no homa yenya 6 attackers your wing backs your full backs no now who will say look at the distances between your attackers no na shape be no moboyi this is Inaki Williams Jordan Kudus ni Antoine Semenyo shape be ni
omo drop be defending omo kwa na
yo no, we should be very honest with ourselves. Not performance at our boys in the technical team in City Apple.
No, so
and even here to
see a ball. This attacking system, our charge there. It means never see a show more than 5 na show more chroma no.
Sana general share. And now also ball 2 DMs in means no person call for the kill. 4 attackers there. The manager wanted to go for a kill.
Ooh.
Except that 4 now function in uniformity. But 4 attackers here, nobody can convince me to go defend here because of the 2 6s. He wanted to give pillars to 4 attackers, but a more function to say a unit. My catch royal 4 and 5. Wontumi can say you free that. Mojuman we boom. Sana attack and so etie. Now watch this. Inaki Fabon. Now your attackers na carry now which this is pure counter attacking situation as so you the support of the other members but watch them nobody is even fine moving trying to move around the box T-ball be do a na ball na say free I say there's one passer Salis Emma called the final third, and happens to be one of the best movers because Kudus centrally drop here and how and close. Yo, you see, this how your turnovers. We lost more balls in the final third than we lost in midfield. So my problem has always been the one. You press or more the final third door. And I be creative blocks. There are two ways I'll be defending. So we hurry the position on the ball in the final third, or we jam a man of the Abanoko creative blocks. Are you Pep or Josie? Which one are you Otto? Yes, I see you. Now, Osha Quaya far ball no do room best in the coin. The meaning of blocks on your juma. Now, what's also show the final third how you jam would judge on someone build the man so we didn't really press. What was our idea with that ball? It's always cycles, you know. Your boy, you repeat your home side, you repeat your home. The whole idea is to find a way to penetrate the Chadian defense. A coin of my Chad. On shall go group go back up and wash no Tiagana. Elisha also passed and I did a lot of magic and I could use born too. But I keep telling you, so player back who team now me pull the magnet yeah, it's Yasha de Kakrebi or say. First of all, always a Kudus and Ababijana I say no.
I want to drop your back.
What Freddie, born in man, so show. You know you can't continue to stay up there. And a Kudus by now, as usual. The central cogona I keep Kudus. And when I force Elisha Usu manager no to build out wide because centrally or close to Blastano. Audience community. So he built out wide through the channels instead of going through the interior or the corridors, not connected Kudus. No, not in that kinejina and Elisha a drop a body demand. At that time, ne Oma release Kudus. So Kudus there, so feeling side opposition so anymore. That combination out wide in the channel no brought everything. At that time, not Jordan and Amasia on the blind side. Or also Koboko. Kudus has been one player. At that because a blaster anya the crown or no. Ubahun impact. Watch him. As two players continue to keep an eye on them on Kudus. Now Jordan so any opportunity now offer how it's here.
Yes.
Nipa two monitor Kudus no. Ama Jordan na mase he banwa wa bro bia no monitor no. And that is essence of having player or what the magnet on the field. Attention, anything or big boys with team more attention team come back for so. This was how the goal was prepared. Attention no Kudus so. Now Oshe go no dia against Mali. As I say anyway be brave. Yeah. This was one of the easiest goals. Jordan said go there call Yamani Sikruma crowd. Bafsa came Kushia no yeah. But I think Kudus, Inaki, Elisha, just as you can see from the build up, and for Chad to force you out wide. Yes, another force you out the whole show go no there. But for them to tell you say use your second option. If you fear the anymore there you are close to Bibiano. You should ask you some questions about how our structure is here. You should ask you a lot of questions from structure no. But this is it. Mabusa will say all pressing with the final third and one create blocks. There are two ways to win the ball back without the ball. ATM press it. Yeah, the ball nearby. Charlie the ball nearby. Ubahu Jordan, Ubahu Christopher Bonsuba, Ubahu Kamal Din, Ubahu. But we allowed them. Renegotiated, found a way, renegotiated, recycled, and in the final third, born about the Druhawi, Macan some be brave say, Uja opposition is on building farm resedia. The to be I was a question said, they're not technical team the crown on Pesamoche. I'll be showing you your shape. I
say the Javin Finema home.
I saw what about no? Ah, no, what about
look at this.
See, press it. And finish the whole defense no blocks.
Someone using me don't.
So what are they doing? Look, yeah, also be press you have 4 attackers here. And you have someone from that. Any coach have a catch them say, oh, my job on from Rebiano. Meaning say you have a lock at the back. My bank space, we have space where they are there. And you be there Jose way. And you be there Conte way. They create blocks. You possess, you build out. Now they are back, you leave large space. Shape the person shape we say watch your TV. I want to understand this shape.
541.
5 yeah. Shape be as a country. What is this? Are we just chasing shadows on the field? Are we just chasing them anyhow? Yeah, short Champions League, who formation systems. Opponent and the body be draw. Who backline, who second line.
We had any plan for Chad because I'm say underration Bemo. Where? You underrate you, baby. You focus on your Mali game.
Now,
because say you follow mu ya. Kamanye sure say ye who say biao or my year or medful so dear was ye. Me yet one more so fire on the buy.
Three center, 3 left, 2 middle
blocks. Now the money pathetic and say Bosu ban free bench the buy. It's not we supposedly we moja mono free bench aba. Now this guy is Celestine Ekua. Ekua J Bono.
Utu bien to me and you boy and as obian canan to form.
Mamenka wa de ba kwa Ghana for the Yadajo Mensa. And then the captain not no. What can say Ghana and Nigeria could charge a record be?
Antonio Bo 6. Only Mikelobi.
You don't have anybody going down for this ball.
Yet or be far yen 2 double you can say yen double pivot no. Or for Mokoi. And I'm saying double pivot. A shooty outside the young box.
Yes. Only the double pivot in and a Christopher Bar.
Totally frustrating.
No, the rate of our ball on the banner. Yeah.
So baby oh Messi football or bar unzanya unya mo shorter or be match true pass
bubusa semba ko pena me de manuel yeah so you say bu beda ho say dia and then any impress was because you leave the pressure just to create blocks. You retreat into your own space in the hand. Open say yankitin no. Anyway, attack and also one famra. Leave space behind your line. But leave space. This is our furthest attacker. Shey na retreat by Krubo. Christopher Bonsuban is our furthest attacker. Yet baby ojina. And there's no assumed pressure on the ball holder. Celestine Ekua. The boy Baboko. Now, what is the function of DM? And how he says said there was a space be just on the side of the DM. No, I name who know. And then no ball holder and sense had that vision. Nobody placed the pressure behind him.
Coach is saying it is small team African continent in a there's a chat for us in born bopa.
Body ya say anya kasa obia ni born bo.
In one go.
Na tactically in your shape no your system no dia. We game now. To be very honest. And also driving speed with speed, tenacity on the ball. A bit of grit.
And audacity to
shoot. Tenacity, audacity.
7.
Sharak can come back na main kind number of touches
no. Boys,
so here, 1, control 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the ball short.
A sense 6 for 2 no. Look at it. Watch them.
I against Mali back over to bench.
Yeah, I had a Kumino.
Run to me.
Because someone is a raising bass out here, but I know 2 deals.
We've lost something in our team. We've lost a character. We've lost a character. Be a team. Obi my boys in the
secondary team chat for no man. Oh, I'm a fan. Say a Mali name because almost show 5 in just we mo there. Yeah, yenko higher who be an a beba.
Oh, yeah, sure.
New for man for Bua Farmer. Match no match as almost a match never. But man for Bua and Farmer chat.
I'm telling you,
yeah,
underration, Ebem. I'm underrate you.
And 2 months on Tom, but see, someone cover.
I would also a car for jeans, Munina. Now, by a Kua Celestine Ekua. A ball, 7 touches. Number Nimsa.
Yes, fancy Newton at Cherny. Now, I agree with him with most of the things he spoke about. Fancy, I'm of two school of thoughts. First one is we are Ghana Black Stars player. You don't need a coach to beat Chad.
Oh, say.
Oh,
I'm sorry, player.
We a player. Hey. Now, Ghana Black Stars. You don't need a coach to beat Chad. Chad is a child. What did they mention? I said no disrespect to Chad, though, but Mike, I don't think Chad was Chad abuse. Chad was individual quality, bear, broswa, fancy. You players, your mujina way. they toss me another school of thought near say Otuado and Toto Nyomaye Ojina bench. He's part of the reason why we lost the game. First, I don't think he's demanding enough. I don't think Otuado is demanding enough. I don't think so. On the other hand side, and also opinion and money boom, because fancy me share idea I go through ni baby I be doing the results I yembun komponko ye chikakra. Fancy the Black Stars games are losing in recent times. Now at times now they concede such goals. You see, there's a problem we fail to solve, which is say even under Chris Hughton na existed. The co have concede goals time be.
You be game na you be pon na.
And your coba and your best sacrifice.
90 plus you know.
And your best sacrifice in your man koye. You bought African Cup of Nations qualifiers. You won't bet me times better than your concede goals.
I will not book them. Finish 90 minutes.
We can't finish 90 minutes.
Your concede goals, okay, Makai.
Last 50 minutes of the first half. Opening 15 minutes of the second half, and then the last 10 minutes.
The last 10 minutes of the second half.
Makai, I will not book him. Troy.
Anna, baby, now see your headers.
They trust him near head.
Fancy, it has been a problem that has existed. It's funny say with the qualification I bought for World Cup. No, you need 5 games out of 6 before any game. No. Comoros na na share by share Mali. You check the time you consider Mali go no. The time you share Chad goes no. Oh Kruma say every na the last few minutes and the Chad game no. The quite fast wa you bought Madagascar home and away. Sad timings now Mike the amount go and check those timings never born within that period. And then a team like the Black Stars cannot focus on the game for 90 solid minutes. Fancy, the team focus on the game for 90 solid minutes. Coach Ejuma.
Wontumi.
Coach Ejuma. Anna Pecha say, we are not taking any excuse. I'm not ready to also pull the panic button. Because you're 3 points ahead of Madagascar, 4 points ahead of Mali. Shebreno shezem. Bring your car. Shebreno shezem. Yene Mali na ebo nyame adoma Monday. Fancy so show kra na 1 point difference.
Siyama Mali answer.
Oh, minka siyama Mali answer. There is a cause for us to discuss about and your man you repeat it against Mali. But there is also a cause for us not to overreact to the results by 1-1 against Chad. But I still insist, say, even if we qualify, Otuado shouldn't be the one to take us to the World Cup.
Black Stars, a team be no be coaching. Like the same say any other African country be man the coaching job because as a club side
because new
the coaching job
no. I'm here to see Otuado tactically outwit coach Elim so Onima Juma pa Okroma say like coach Onima Juma coach Onima Juma pa say tactically Otuado outwit no I'm here to see that for 90 minutes. His in-game management, I even have problems with it.
Qualifiers, we want to start it.
On one born qualifiers because Chrisuti, if you have Koneba Yana Fabam, you who need to come and call it. Or to another ball African Cup of Nations qualifiers. No,
yes, and can sacking almost there.
Yes, and can sacking almost there. Be a man in Twasso. Yami Aduma Monday wouldn't coach Krokakushiano.
Wontumi.
Where Raul Savoy or no Chad. Let's not forget about Central African Republic coach. On about Kruma say Bekache say. On the catcher say when you have corner there.
Enemy go as an umpire.
And omubo game meaning na na Mike na hwe. And make catcher Mike say Mike. There be whatever they are doing, they know what they are doing because they are remaining compact not to concede more goals. Because when in Black Stars team they said the last 10 minutes, the last 15 minutes, they will falter. ana Mike say they are the omu ye die em say say na omo kire it is the last 10 to 15 minutes meeting they were aggressive and I'm more on the front foot. It will be our game the last 15 minutes be out there nyamotre na game ni e kan last 15 minutes no say child for the ball so no mo betakla fancy aggressive time no ball nine mu no ball nine chain and they started playing long balls almost as I said they are coming into the game because someone is a Black Stars there they do some minutes now they will find ways to get a result against them and finally what touch ball 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 fancy obedient me afana short na unima dey me power short ni fancy unima dey me power short ni short na nka obi anka nkura na to the direction of the shot the kala nka obi anka nkura net na bono panyan na fa na ba betonet ya to ese asako free sibo me dey sibo bo mali game bi ana o se free bibi entimi amade o so bi ba beshem ya free bi na bi aba na entimi amade beshem a oba na onya bi mo anu so atara sibo nya de chen we o fancy so obo bo na onim say fancy I'm telling you don't be surprised if on Monday Salis ni election na start here don't be surprised and say na nkomo ne ba say dan we come coach's choices but yeah who say Salis here you otuado doba say doba ne bo national team no we ba say doba ne de bo national come on to lot to call Bazania Kesmer no de ne bo ni nkomo o ye adwuma na wonye fancy show bia won the doba de ne bo o ye adwuma na so so ye every coach will be judged according to results it means so over player A over player B. What I want from you as a coach is to give me results. First is one for results now, ma. But do man, you have a and you have shown his loyalty to Elisha Owusu and Salis Summit because Unity Cup in the crown is you know. And he believes he said when Black Stars was qualifying, he called Nigeria go home and away be a call what cup be an new guy on Salis.
What cup no? Salis you must attack no. No just in the show or
no Salis. Inti oya obeya no do membership no why to mo ono ne until results gets bad and he's sacked you fan to the team we Ghana me afa two teams Salis ne de because o coach ne loyalty oni Elisha no o mebo no ma gina mo di abo two team no am loyalty no ma gina no mo di abo but I'm also trying to speak about these two players Mohamed Kudus and Antoine Semenyo. You see Kudus ade no ya mani trimu aye ne dekakra e won yoma bi ho Kudus still remains our brightest talent in the national team still no na the mover and shaker of the national team but fancy it to dey be a time or original ball so no time or the release ball na have a problem with it now no me bet na me no di nkomo ofe na maka to say Bournemouth na je expense money boys ne bu ofu say omo ne bomb ball na Kudus na ball bi so che. And I was speaking about it. There was a boss, Spence Craft friend beside Saturday. I think Kudus is growing. Onyini also didn't know maybe kind of born. I did my Kudus near Antoine Semenyo Premier League na defense. Bemi say Semenyo knows when to take on, Semenyo knows when to shoot, Semenyo knows when to score and assist. But Kudus Bejina Bobby so there was a certain counter attack. Fancy me bufu brutal. Ya bolong ball say child player na eba na ball ni si na nim na tra no there was Inaki there was Mohamed Kudus 2v2 afina Inaki apem one to Kudus na Kudus assign no the ama Jordan no mo pre and I was like we are serious Kudus na ball be on the byline also a cross or twetwea the red penny you can't do all by yourself Mohamed Kudus. Even Mosala, and Mosala cannot do it all by himself. Ya mwa usamre ya. I heard that you be at the Sabasha, Yako statistics biba. Yes, Yako don't introduce no more than and productivity in you. Start taking vital decisions in vital moment of the game, and you'll be different. Adiana ma, me see koja somewhere free blasters yenya no matem papa biya esade no. Okay? Koja someone always knew when to shoot, knew when to pass, knew when to dribble. But yes, Koja someone on him too. Yeah, very own. I mean, from the currency, you Christian are true. Abona Danenano left now. You are Equatorial Guinea. Only when to pass, he knows when to shoot, he knows when to dribble.
See, who be that? A true tournament.
First, only Bria was so jabo, only Bria was all pass, only Bria was okay. I think that is the stage Kudus. Wako Tottenham now, or gaining more responsibility to a Black Stars team, no. I was auditioning team. Man fan shiny teams on Kwabit my nina. And to Semenyo should also work on the short power no kakra. Because no, there was a 1v1 situation. I was expecting a placement. No, I'm shot 2. So, no, but power say 2.
These players who call club side what is expected of the like the coach need the money be but a banner now a problem because fancy many shows a coach in fancy maybe there these are the 2 players I make come once, but I think for the setup Jonas Adeti and Jerome Opoku, they were playing for the first time. Gideon Mensah will need to up his game. Say na meka se me rank ya Benjamin Asare bo anhye da anko no so bebre say meka se me rate no in this particular chat game fancy me man be me quick ratings na me dey see me man Benjamin Asare be 6/10 boss anko no so bebre ma hye da hu express gidi Gideon Mensah me man 5/10 onyere ne ho o ma chance ba ko bi play wo soro na so club so ye den you and see Jonas Adete ni Jerome Opoku me mo bi 5.5 Calibri team man is 6.5. Double pivot remember be 5/5. 5/10. Mohamed Kudus man 5.5/10. Semenyo man is 6/10. Inaki fancy 4. 4/10. Jordan Ayew man is 7/10. Okay. Mate, Mike.
Fancy, may I say the reaction and everything is understandable, but I would rather choose to focus on the lessons to learn and then the way forward, because we have a crucial game against Mali. Dear CNC, but please let us stop the blame games. You see, how the team recovers from DSC and against Chad, dependent on the kind of commentary we run on the media space. I love what Newton did. Akumi has done similar. Please, wow share. And your budget in Tina Blasters and Chad. Please. Let's stop such conversations. And your budget in Inti. Anagana and Rayentimi and Chad. Newton has explained in detail vividly. Dear Endra ye team ne dininya ayentimi anya the SCA. My qualms with Otuado is not really about the game plan. I'm sure say Otuado ne catch so munye shape nisa, but it was about his reaction when he saw these things. Say they did not really give Chad credit. They did not respect Chad. So in as much as the coach might have seen it, Obebu ne go so yasha wanda that no problem. You win the game nevi. There are 2 Ghana and Rano, 2 teams bebre. One significant part of Manchester United's history, 99. Coming back from a go down to beat Bayern Munich with 2 goals in 2 minutes. Meboa. Again, about time 90 minutes near Bayern felt they had won the game. When they least expected and when they disregarded the option of Manchester United bouncing back into the game, Manchester United struck, much to the shock of Bayern. The reaction from Bayern was there, shock. So they had not really settled. Then subsequently United shall go again in the space of seconds. Football teams that score late goals or shall late goal now, there is a certain adrenaline be a pushing on, and a team no consider late goal no, it was shock be or suffer, and you might not bounce back. So the reaction is important. In as much as we've highlighted most of the flaws where you game the reaction is very important, but we cannot react well if we go about it the usual way and then how we politicize everything. One, the goalkeeper no that goal post me, he's not at fault for the goal. But yeah, politics with Atizigi considered. So we don't even dive deeper into how the goals were considered. Yeah, the goal concession and the really out Atizigi. Then now there is a very lazy approach to discuss Benjamin Asare. So what that last 3 matches are saying, I must say against Nigeria considered in 2. Then now we consider back against Chad. Sadia also considered the NTM mention. Again, this is a non-scientific approach towards addressing an issue. Pasani yankophobia ye pesadi ne. We try to look at certain individuals, scapegoat them, and not tackle the real issue. When developments unravel, yenya pesi ye di individuals, personalities hon komo essing ye di issues hon komo ni solve. Let's stop. If we use this reaction, MY against Mali, for your information, as early as 20th of August, Mali for a delegation to come and do the Iraqi. Amabe yes survey aye bibia wo Ghana. To moba omabo omo no moba. They know what they are coming to do and they have their people on the ground already. Say amaye ni amre. Na ya nye die here. Now we concentrate on the unnecessary stuff. And the unnecessary near one, the budget. The pitch was no good. Okay, fine. Against Mali, we are playing on a pitch we are very conversant with. What are we doing? Are we going to brood or cry over spilt milk? Fortunately or unfortunately, we did not lose the game. You can see it as 3 points lost. The other side of the coin is a point gained, and we were not beaten. Can we salvage our qualification? Yes, we can. Sadia, let the discussion be shaped in a manner where we are looking at solving issues, not tackling persons. In a sports minister, no I say, and away I say, please, for crying out loud, there was no budget discussion against Niger, against Sudan, but we did not win. Yabo AFCON qualification process, nothing like the budget was put out, but we did not win a single game. Please, let's drop that conversation even before it escalates into another thing. If the FA says they will make clarifications, leave it to them. At the right time, they will do it. The FA Comms department, as Mobi, say Ombe describe why how the FA felt and FA know the FA after the announcement and into na yelusu yentime win match no. FA was Mobi. Have you read anything from the FA? FA na betro bibi say e budget into no more win game no. Oh yeah, interviewer. You just go on and make your point.
As a can't say do be a
Kasama for be also you get a point. So let's focus on Derek, how we recover from this setback. It's a setback. Achia emuye. All of a sudden, team na near Ghana na see ya dear World Cup, no. All of a sudden, we want to change the conversation into Yentimi qualify because Yentimi and Shechad. Honestly, I am struggling to understand this. Enrichi before Chad ni edim koma about say ye be Chad ni ahye Mali ya ahye Chad inti e World Cup campaign ajiegu no. And this one we don't even need to bring our calculators. We have our destiny in our hands. The only time you bring in a calculator is when you don't have your destiny in your hand. Then you try to look at permutations and your way best say na way up why and you say dear the yabeko. No. 16, 13, 12, 12. Ghana, Madagascar,
Mali,
Comoros and Mali. Win your next game, it gives you another advantage. Teams are more no. they cannot win all their games. Even in the scenario where they win all their games and we win 2 of our remaining matches, we are gone. And yet, remember team deal. Win 2 of your remaining games. Comoros. So win. Comoros ye Mali ye.
Comoros on what time just watching and saying. Qualifies will decline.
Qualifies only the only team I watch Ghana. We played 7 games. Bakupeni Anshago was against Comoros, and that is the only game we also lost. So let us try and then salvage things rather than destroy things. Unnecessary politicking will not take us anywhere. Politics cost us 2018 World Cup. When a person says a way you're right, and when a person says a way you're wrong, it will not take us anywhere. If you're a football fan, Udi Blasters Nechi and Romatuakoma, you have every right to complain, but let us not attack and bastardize these same players who will come and play tomorrow. I'm not watching and here's all Mobako against Mali, no major points in amount. To catch a player and they say, oh, you're useless. Do you expect him to be useful against Mali? So, what we do now is important towards what happens against Mali. Very important, and let us not underestimate this. Chad is gone. Now another heavyweight. Now double Chad abuse. Amemza. We've picked a point. Disappointedly, but we need to overcome this and focus on the future. One way or the other, the technical team need to find a way to make this team competitive again. They need to find a way to do that. Newton's description of the attack, lack of structure, lack of coherence in terms of movement, and then overall, a more commitment towards winning back possession when we're without the ball. To me, it is not something you desire and not something you expect to see at the senior national team level in a crucial World Cup qualifier, irrespective of opponent. If we will get the result we seek against Mali, I was saying, so the attitude, the conduct of the players on the pitch, players nanka send to then the coaches need to enforce it, and that is where I said I have qualms with Otuado. Oh, Sano. Pitch in Newton, there's only pitch in this.
Yes.
But on the pitch, you have your video analyst, you have your assistant coaches, feedback Ben Omdema coach concerning the structure of the team, and then the application on the pitch.
I also dream beyond qualifiers, because World Cup Nankasa Banana qualify.
Feedback Ben Omdema coach,
important question.
Very, very important. So more assistant coach, Musmu and Mukan and Mukan so fine.
Newton Echeno. The Ocheli Bebrain and first half. You call half time.
Moko break by.
You call half time and come over in the course. So that is where I have a problem with Otuado. Me, Otuado game plan, I don't think was an issue. It was the application. And then again, enforcing it. Enforcement will come from the bench. Who your coach now who's a players no sebe the omoye no and need the watch no ebra. What do? You make changes. Changes ne be offer players no ni omokasa. And then you make personnel changes if need be. Then again, I will need to question the leadership on the pitch. Maybe what's America Germany assembly na make can say about leadership. There are times where players na nkasa no omo say pitch nyoma nkoye omo from who di omo nkomo they put each other to the task.
I have me pa no Kudus roller obaha na de manono. We can't get the ball to the final third. Yet you did not quite Semenyo in Jordan was on train. Then what is they were giving to the guy?
And then again, Intisano, as a leader of the team, how do you demand more from someone like Kudus when yourself you are also being like a bicycle on the pitch? May a captain, no? me bobo no moto mato me bo me yi mani I say me bibi nda bone ayede na me kotia se menyo kudus inyaki chale mo keka mo na nyoma ya je ko leadership. So let's address these issues. How we handle this is crucial. Okay, let's approach this in a more matured manner and let's find ways out to try and put the team in a position where they will be ready to play against Mali and get us the result with.
Whoa, Mate, me da say, mamenya birthdays and real quick na fiembra, in talk shows, and so na Sarak young quite na in that order of arrangement.